This is a Headgum podcast.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Mitch, and I want to talk to you about today's sponsor, Miracle Made. Whether you want to get more fit, be a better parent, or get more done at work, there is one thing that will help. You know what it is, Wags?
Better sleep.
That's right. It's better sleep. With Miracle Made sheets, you can tap into the power of self-cooling temperature regulation, which has been shown to improve sleep quality by up to 34%. Paul Pierce's number.
Mitch, it is Paul Pierce's number.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that your temperature at night can have one of the greatest impacts on your sleep quality? If you wake up too hot or too cold, I highly recommend you check out Miracle Made's bed sheets. Inspired by silver-infused fabrics made by NASA, Miracle Made makes temperature-regulating bedding so you can sleep at the perfect temperature all night long.
NASA, Wags. They're smart.
It's true.
They're smart over there. And did you know that traditional bed sheets can harbor more bacteria than a toilet seat, Wags? It can lead to acne, allergies, and stuffy noses. And it's just gross. Nasty. Miracle Made offers a whole line of self-cleaning, eco-friendly bedding such as sheets, pillowcases, and comforters that prevent 99% of bacteria and require 3 times less laundry.
Using silver-infused fabrics originally developed by NASA, Miracle Made sheets are thermoregulating and designed to keep you at the perfect temperature all night long, so you get better sleep every night. These sheets are infused with natural silver that prevents 99.9% of bacterial growth, leaving them to stay cleaner and fresh 3 times longer than other sheets. No more gross odors.
And you know what else? No more werewolves.
Silver. Miracle sheets are luxuriously comfortable without the high price tag of other luxury brands. Stop sleeping on bacteria. Clean sheets mean fewer bacteria to clog your pores and fewer breakouts and other skin problems.
Yeah, the only excuse you have for sleeping on bacteria is if you're a germ.
If you're a germ, it's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
If you're not a germ,
don't sleep on it.
Go to trymiracle.com/doughboys to try it today. And we've got a special deal for our listeners. Save over 40% and be sure to use our promo code Doughboys at checkout to save even more and get 3 free towels.
3 towels!
And Miracle is so confident in their product, it's backed with a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you aren't 100% satisfied, you'll get a full refund. Upgrade your sleep with Miracle Made. Go to trymiracle.com/doughboys and use the code Doughboys to claim your free 3-piece towel set and save over 40% off. Again, that's trymiracle.com/doughboys to treat yourself. Thank you, Miracle Made, for sponsoring this episode.
Thank you, Wags.
Thank you, buddy. In 2010, Stanford grads Mike Krieger and Kevin Systrom combined their budding apps, Bourbon and Meebo, into a photo-sharing service they called Instagram. While the focus on filtered pics over text was its initial hook, it's arguably the omission of a feature that was its true vision. Instagram had no desktop version by design, launching exclusively on Apple's iOS. Krieger and Systrom correctly anticipated that the social network, as cannily explored in David Fincher's 2010 film of the same name, would soon migrate from computers to smartphones. In 2012, Facebook acquired Instagram in a $1 billion bid, and by 2013, Facebook's mobile users outnumbered its desktop users for the first time. The mindshare takeover by camera-equipped smartphones loaded with endlessly scrolling social media apps was in full swing, drastically altering everything from pop culture to geopolitics to the depression rates of teenagers, and of course, food. Vendors with Instagram-worthy foodstuffs found themselves as destinations for diners eager to gram their grub for likes, and this quickly became a calculated ploy from new pop-ups and aspiring home-cook influencers, leading to viral trends like unicorn lattes and activated charcoal-infused ice cream, much of it looking better than it actually tasted. But one Instagram-boosted dish predated the app by decades. A South Korean battered sausage on a stick Seoulites simply call a hot dog, and commonly labeled a Korean corn dog in the States. A popular street food originating in the 1980s, the girthy, turgid wieners dwarf any American county fair offering, often riveted with potatoes and panko breadcrumbs to enhance their majesty. The gram-ready dogs became fast food fashionable around 2016, initially attributed to the wares of Busan-based Myeongrang hot dog, and hashtag Korean hot dog soon regularly trended on Instagram and an emerging platform, TikTok. Sensing opportunity, in 2019, a Korean corn dog outlet opened in LA's Koreatown district and drew long lines in one of the most competitive food neighborhoods in the city. Just 4 years later, it's become a rapidly growing franchise. Its website boasts more than 40 locations and hundreds more coming next year, end quote. But is this expansion sustainable as the South Korean hot dog's virality wanes? This week on Doughboys, 2 hands. Welcome to Doughboys, the podcast about chain restaurants. I'm Nick Weiger, along with my co-host, Oedipus Steps, the Spoon Man Mike Mitchell.
Oedipus Steps?
Oedipus Steps is the roast, courtesy of Grip G, how they'd like to be credited.
So wait, hold on. Because there's an Oedipus complex about...
Yeah, Oedipus Rex is a thing. It's a pun off of Rex, I think.
I don't know what Oedipus Rex is.
Don't worry about it.
Is it one of the new... It was a Jurassic World?
Yeah, it's Jurassic World.
Yeah.
The new genetically engineered one.
Newer character, yeah.
Oh. And it's like a dinosaur that like was in love, a T-Rex that like was in love with his mom, basically.
Yes, in love with Bryce Dallas Howard, because it's like, that's my mommy. And
This sounds like Alien Resurrection. Is that 4? Yes.
I'm thinking of Alien Resurrection.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, is that what you're thinking of?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's great.
Grip G writes, I think someone should open a Frankfurter pop-up called Navi Dog, the way of wiener, serving all blue hot dogs. Roastspoonman@gmail.com.
We were having a movie conversation before this all started. So
you got
I'm
too
worked
riled up. But
It's
we were
fine.
talking about Avatar: The Way of Water, which you like a lot, which I like a lot, which Casey likes a lot, which our guest likes a lot.
We found out that our guest really likes Avatar: Way of Water.
Yeah,
It's great.
That's what we
It's
could
great.
be live in this world of positivity. We don't need to be second guessing, some decisions that were made regarding certain things. I'll just be very vague.
Look, I had no problems with look. Film Twitter needs to shut the fuck up. Film Twitter is annoying as fuck. They don't even like movies. Fucking idiots. Anyways.
Mitch, Bowl is over. Munch Madness Bowl is over on the other side of Bowl.
Is Oedipus Rex, was that his full name, the character?
No, it's Oedipus is the
But
name.
what is Oedipus Rex? You got to tell me.
So if it would be like Rex Oedipus if we were talking to him today? Is like last name, first name? What is
Rex
this?
Oedipus is a cool
Okay,
name.
here's what it is. Oedipus Rex is the title. Oedipus Rex. So like Oedipus the king is what it means. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. I'm not that
But his name is
dumb.
Oedipus. No, you're
Okay.
not dumb.
I didn't know Oedipus Rex.
Yeah.
I liked mine better.
But also the name was Oedipus Steps.
Yeah, that's always a pun off of.
It sucked. Can we say that? It's like film Twitter. Sucked.
There.
I thought that one was pretty good.
It's pretty good. I'm not going to be mean to. Who was
And
the roaster?
That was Grip G, and the pitch Navi Dog, The Way of Wiener, also good. All those
Oh, that
hot
was
dogs.
great.
Yeah,
I
great,
loved that.
Great. Thanks, Grip G. Mitch, Bowl is over. We're back to destroying our bodies with dog shit yet again, and today was kind of Exhibit A. This was a pretty punishing meal we had before we recorded.
We did.
Yeah.
It was my first food of the day.
This is your first meal of the day?
Yeah.
A bunch of Korean corn dogs?
Yeah. That's how
Why
I
are
like
you
to start
doing
my
it
day.
yourself? What time did you wake up?
I said this story before I got here. I woke up Anya, one of the producers here at Headgum.
Yes.
She talked about these CBD CBN gummies.
Mhm.
And I was like, I'm going to take these. And so I took one last night.
You were skeptical at first because you're like, I don't like fake news CBN. And then
What is that in? What is the isn't CBN isn't it a news thing?
I think
and
it is a
movie?
fictional news network in some
We got to figure out what that's
movie. I don't know
from.
what it is. Yeah.
I think it's the newsroom.
Is it the
Wow,
newsroom?
is it the
That came to
newsroom?
you so
Oh
easy.
my
Wow.
god!
Might be the
Wow.
newsroom.
Wow.
I think Casey's actually watching an episode of the newsroom back there. We don't know what he's
Yeah, what do you
doing.
think's on his
Newsroom
monitor?
t-shirt.
Oh, Sam Waterston is doing a monologue right now about truth in media.
I took
The pilots are telling. The pilots of a grounded plane are being told by a reporter that Bin Laden was killed, and then they like shake each other's hands for some reason.
Isn't that
So confusing.
is Newsroom the one where there was the reveal that like 9/11 happened?
The reveal on Newsroom, I watched so much of the Newsroom. It's fucking terrible. But the reveal on a lot of the acting is good, but it's just like conceptually, it's so up its own ass.
Mhm.
There is a reveal in the pilot that the Deepwater Horizon incident has just happened.
That's what
And
it
it's
is.
because
I do remember that.
yeah,
Yeah.
timeline wise, it's like, oh, you didn't realize until like an hour into the pilot that it's set like 2 years in the past. And so what it ends up the show ends up doing, and one of its most obnoxious qualities is it relitigates how the media should have covered all these events. Like, this is what the media should have done, when this financial crisis happened or whatever.
Just a bad, like, not a great idea for a show just in general to, like, especially just the way the news has been for like 20 plus years now. Forever, I guess. But it's just like, we're going to like make you relive these horrible events that you like kind of remember from a couple of years ago. But like, time to like relive this once again.
And I don't think it ever caught up to the pandemic, and thank God for that, because that would have been so fucking gnarly.
Oh no, it didn't.
Or to Trump. No, it didn't catch up to either of those things.
It was only was it only a couple of years on the air, right? I thought so.
Yeah.
Anyways. Check
Aaron
it out. Great
Sorkin
show.
is such a loser. It really bumps me out. Like every time, I think with the exception of the Social Network, and he's a loser in some points of that too. But he's he's a loser, and he made my mom a loser because she still quotes The West Wing to me all the time.
Yeah,
anytime I question Joe Biden's decisions,
right.
West Wing
she's got a winger coming in.
West Wing is a show that like everyone's like, you gotta watch West Wing, and I've never seen it before.
I've seen West Wing. It's a well done show. I think it's very much of its age, and it is kind of like that kind of it's that boomer liberal, like the way we wish we were, sort of thing. It's kind of aspirational that way. It's a little obnoxious. I will say that
Starring friend of the pod, Rob Lowe, as well.
Yes, that's right. Past guest and future guest. The thing I was going to say is about Aaron Sorkin. I do really like Social Network, which Jamie pointed out, and then also A Few Good Men is a great script.
I've never seen it.
A Few Good Men is great, so I think he is like one of those guys who it's like what, and I have this in my head because I'm wearing a Sopranos t-shirt, but like they say about Johnny Sack at a certain point when he takes over the New York family, they're just like, and he kind of goes crazy and maniacal, and they're just like, some guys make a better number two. I think Sorkin needs a director working over him to like really be calling the shots. Someone like Da Finchman.
The Finchman.
We love Da Finchman.
The Finchman times Sorkin. It's a good combo.
Yeah, great combo. Great crossover.
Johnny Sack, though, I do kind of like.
I like Johnny Sack. He loves his wife.
He loves his wife.
That's wonderful.
Ginny, is that her name?
Yeah, Jeannie Sack. He cries at his daughter's wedding, and then they're like, and then all the mafia guys are like, any respect I had for Johnny Sack as a man just went out the fucking window.
Wait, is this a Sopranos thing?
This is Sopranos.
Okay.
Have you ever seen it? No.
I watched up to season 2, and then I was like, I'm bored, and then and people don't like to hear it.
No, season 2 is kind of the worst season, so I think that's a fair place to tap out. It's it's the same issue with The Wire. It's like the second season they kind of had the sophomore slump.
I'm not gonna be like a film Twitter bro and be like, you gotta watch Sopranos.
I will go back someday, but I don't know. I watched the first season and a half 2 different times.
Wow.
And I got stuck in the same place both times.
Yeah.
But the same thing happened to me when I was trying to play Kingdom Hearts when I was 10. Just got to the same place twice, and I'm like, this is just not for me. I'm out.
What did you get up to? Was it like Goofy? Did Goofy become a sorcerer or something? You were
I
just
remember
like, this is
so
stupid.
clearly. It's when you're fighting the Queen of Hearts, and she would fucking demolish me every single time, and I get pissed. And then I think my mom was like, we can't have this turn into like a drywall situation.
Right.
Just turn it off.
Yeah, it's I've definitely hit those stumbling blocks in games and other media.
There's a game that you've put 200 hours into you haven't beaten.
You're talking about Elden Ring?
Yeah.
I haven't put 200 hours into it. I put 100 hours, but
All right, I thought you put 200 in.
maybe 200.
What?
I'll beat it at some point.
What number does it start to be a lot? Because for me, it's like 7.
Yeah, that's the thing. Games are an unreasonable time commitment.
Right.
Like, it's like I love video games, but it's like, I could play this video game. Persona 5 Royal is the last like massive game that I played to completion, and I spent like 150 hours in it. And I was like, I also could have read like 15 books, or I could have I could have watched. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Or I could have watched like the entire AFI top 100 movies in the same amount of time.
You could have watched The Newsroom 4 times all the way through.
I would have been a good use of my time.
Been awesome.
It's going to happen again with, what is it called? Tears of the Kingdom?
But the Wild Tears of the Kingdom, yeah. Second Zelda Switch game. Mitch, you got a drop to play, and we got a guest to introduce.
To Spoon Nation, here's a little drop. Well, you know what? I got to play this little drop myself.
Wow. Mitch is playing it off the phone, old school style.
That's right. No, I mean, when you hear it, it's going to be all inserted. It will sound good.
Yeah, but I'm just letting people know what happens.
I'm afraid that they're going to get scared. You know how our listeners are.
I'm worried Mitch will play this drop off the phone.
Here's a funny
be able
thing.
to hear it clearly. Shut up.
Not loading.
Oh, boy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, do you want me to vamp, or are we just going to wait?
I think we just have to wait.
Okay.
Silently. Hold on. I quit my... Okay. Do you know what? That did it.
Thanks for doing the show, Jamie. Sorry, this is kind of a weird start.
Totally fine.
Yeah, thanks.
I'm having a really nice time.
Thank
Jamie,
you.
it'll be worth it once you hear the drop. The drop is
I
going to be really
Happy
good.
to
When
have
The
you.
Sopranos came up
Yeah.
because I was like, I can't engage during this part.
Oh, that's all right.
No, that's all right.
I think it is my favorite show of all time. I'd say Sopranos.
I think it's a pretty staggering work of art that hasn't really been exceeded in the medium. I don't know if it's my personal favorite, but I love it.
What would beat it for you? Is there? I mean,
probably The Simpsons. Just nostalgia. I just love The Simpsons so much. Great show.
It is. You know what? That is up there.
Yeah.
Seasons 1 through 8 or whatever.
You know, it's a good ass show. 60 Minutes.
60 Minutes is good too.
That's been on for a long time.
Been on for a long time. Yeah.
Kind of weird to put Sopranos versus 60 Minutes, but
Both on TV.
all right, fair enough.
Documentary.
All right, here we go. Here's a little drop, Wags.
Honestly, for long drives, I'm often an audiobook man.
Recorded Books presents an unabridged recording of The Alphabet, read by Nick Weiger.
A to Z, that's what we're working with. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, W, X, Y, Z.
This has been a complete waste of time.
Wow.
That was so much work. I can't believe someone did that.
Well, he's good.
Yeah.
You know who it is.
Is it Finky?
It's Finky.
Wow.
Hi, everyone. If anyone is looking for a real audiobook recommendation, Stephen King's 11/22/63 is maybe my favorite of all time. Chris Finky.
Wow.
Whoa.
The Drop Master, I believe we called him.
Sure. I don't remember. I don't remember his title.
You know what? This will be easy to remember. President Drop.
All right, President Drop. That's great.
President Drop.
Yeah.
That's Finky.
Yeah, a legitimate president. We have a great guest with us today, an actor and comedian and author of Raw Dog, The Naked Truth About Hot Dogs, which you can pre-order anywhere you buy books. Jamie Loftus. Hi, Jamie.
Hi.
Thanks so much
Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited.
I'm excited about Raw Dog. I want to hear about it. Go
do you
for it.
think I just caused a January 6th with the Finky news? There's gonna be like a bunch of like chubby Doughboys droppers.
Yeah, they won't be able to get up the steps.
It just
The steps to Headgum.
Yeah.
I hope it motivates them to get better, you know?
Yeah.
Just to try harder. Yeah.
Jamie, I don't know where to begin with Raw Dog. I've yet to read it, but I'm excited to dig in. But tell us about the book, like how it came about and what we should expect.
Yeah. Well, I honestly, it felt like cheating because I was like writing out a book proposal and they were like, well, there hasn't been a lot of travel books because I started writing it in 2021 while there was like lockdown was sort of just starting to ease up a little bit.
Right.
And then I was like, all right, what is a travel book that would make sense for me? And there's like not a lot of books written about hot dogs. And all the books that were written about hot dogs, because I read them all,
Yeah.
I think, I don't know. But like I read a bunch of them and they're all very like, they're so pro hot dog in a way that like ignores huge things. Like none of them talk about meat production or anything like that. So I was like, okay, I want to write about a hot dog road trip and write about like the good parts and the bad parts and then just eat a shitload of hot dogs. So it's about like a road trip I took with my ex-boyfriend in 2021. Listened to a lot of Doughboys on
Oh, God bless you.
Wow.
Yeah, you're name dropped in the book.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so this is a huge moment.
We're learning this on the air.
This is
Yeah.
huge.
This is huge.
Yeah.
And we won't be name dropped in a book again until like, I don't know, there's some retrospective on like podcasts and why they were bad for society. Or
there's this upcoming January 6th thing with the
Yeah,
droppers.
right.
So that's going to be big.
the January 6th book will be mentioned.
It's a good oral history thing.
Or some like psychiatric study book when Wags and I are both fucking locked up at some point in the future. What an honor. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
that's amazing.
Oh, it was. I mean, I had a lot of fun listening all summer. It caused multiple, not disagreements between me and my ex, but there was like a time where I was so with you guys, and then other times where I was deeply resenting you for short amounts of time.
Wow.
Because he would listen to you guys in the shower, and it was like, and I'm just trying to watch Family Guy at the hotel TV.
Yeah.
and he's blasting it in the shower. But
Blasting the podcast, right? Okay.
we don't know. I really don't know what was going on in the shower. But yeah, it was. You guys were a part of that trip in my head because we were on the road for
Wow.
like weeks and weeks.
No one should hear our voices in the shower.
That's
I think I'd rather have the what is it? Oh fuck! I forgot the name of the movie.
what?
Wait,
What do you? I don't know. I
where
don't
was
even know
that
where you're driving at.
going?
Are you okay?
Yeah,
Mitch is
fine.
covering his face with his hands.
I was saying I was gonna say I'd rather have and then I forgot the movie. It's not.
Could you give us any context? What are you referencing?
Is it a shower thing?
Yeah, is it like a psycho thing?
It's from The Grudge.
Oh, The Grudge. Okay.
The Grudge hair moment.
Yeah.
But I was trying to remember her name, and I forgot her name in The Grudge.
I mix up the Grudge
Ju-on
with
The
the
Grudge,
Ring.
right? What's that?
I mix up the Grudge with the Ring.
The Ring is Samara.
Samara.
Samara. Samara. I think it is Samara.
Okay.
I think you're right. And
You say Samara, I say Samara.
that's like a good Halloween version of it.
That is.
And then The Grudge, I forget what her name is, but there's a little boy who it was on the other day. Look, I should have gone down this
It's
path.
fine. This is all fine.
It was I think it was still kind of worth it. No one
Yeah.
should hear our voices in the shower. I'll stand by that.
I agree with you there, Mitch. I want to ask
In
more
fact,
questions.
I'd rather have that Grudge hand come out of my hair.
There you go.
Have you ever
Emma, if
gotten
you just want to
that-
fix that in post.
Have you ever gotten that feedback before of like listeners that listen to you in the shower?
I haven't heard that specifically. We've certainly
I'm
heard
surprised to hear that.
Yeah.
Honestly.
No,
You know-
well, I mean, people definitely listen to us in a lot of different contexts, but
Sure.
I just haven't heard that specifically. I'm sure it happens.
I've heard
happens.
I've heard one thing that you said, which is my Justin Kiley, who you know, one of my best buddies.
Yeah.
He would say, I would listen to the podcast and I'd get so mad at you for some takes. Like I would be like very mad and disagree with you and want to yell at you.
Uh-huh.
And Mike has said the same thing to me. Your take was bad and I didn't like it. I wanted to yell. So I've heard that
Wow.
before.
Yeah,
so
definitely heard
only
that.
negative.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. No,
Only negative.
I think he was enjoying it in the I mean, I'm assuming. I don't know. I don't really know what was going
He's
on.
blasting it in there.
I just remember one day saying like, enough. You
Yeah.
know? But it
That
didn't
happens.
stop.
That happens with dope. That also.
That's
happens.
very common.
Eventually, that will happen.
Doughboys, significant others. I want to talk more about hot dogs because we have much to discuss there. But I do. You mentioned Family Guy. Who is your favorite Family Guy character?
Oh, well.
Well, can I ask you? Can I ask you who your favorite Family Guy character is?
Yeah.
What? Okay.
Is it PETA? Don't worry, I'll go through all of them. Or is it Chris? Or is it Stewie?
Mitch, you're the new Mikey
what about-
Bolts. You gotta lean into this.
Are you done?
Don't forget Cleveland.
I know there's more.
And Lois. Oh, that's not as good.
No, yeah.
Or maybe Marge.
Marge might want to know who your favorite Family Guy character is. Same.
Marge
Fox?
is in canonically.
Yeah, it's
has
true.
been on Family Guy.
Crossover episodes.
It would be funny if your favorite Family Guy member was Marge or Homer from the crossover. But
It's a technicality,
Yeah.
yeah, who's your favorite Family Guy?
I was really into Family Guy when I was a kid, and I still watch it sometimes. And I really had like a crush on Brian the dog,
Oh yeah.
vibe wise.
Yeah.
I was really all about.
Which, by the way, to do that voice, just gotta get Seth MacFarlane to talk.
Very close to his
Yeah.
normal voice. Yeah.
Turns out I just had a crush on Seth
Oh
MacFarlane.
man,
turns out. But yeah, I loved Brian the dog. I mean, he's great. Great character.
This will show how much older Wags and I are than you. In college, I remember Family Guy was on for like 3 years, and I liked it because I think it started maybe when I was in high school, and then I went to college and it was canceled. And I remember it came back.
The first show to come back, which was like, I can't believe they can do that with a show. They can just bring a show back.
It came back.
It came roaring back.
And then I had an internship out here. I went and worked in Colorado. This is like my first year in LA. And I came back. I went to Dave Matthews Band concert with this woman, Chrissy, who I worked with who would worked with in Denver. And we met a dude who worked at Family Guy, and I tried to get a PA job there. This is like my first year in LA.
Was it Quagmire?
Yeah.
He loves DMB.
All right. I'm not going to do it anymore. I give up. But that was like, I really wanted to work there when it was kind of back and new.
Yeah.
But then I went and worked at the not the Enemy, but I went and worked at the Simpsons, the other spot.
Yeah.
I feel like that was the right thing to do.
I mean, that was a more important show to me than Family Guy. But I liked those first few seasons of Family Guy, especially. And then a guy from Ithaca, Artie Johan, worked over there too. There's people who I know who work over there.
It's how we met a great friend of the show, a frequent guest, and our chicken correspondent, Matt Selman, was via your connection.
That's true.
There you go.
Simpsons connection.
Yeah. Let's go back to hot dogs. So is there a reason you zeroed in on hot dogs in particular? Like, are you like a longtime hot dog fan?
Yes, I love hot dogs. Always have, always will.
Is it your favorite food, or is it in your favorite foods?
It's the food I eat the most.
The most?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think it's my favorite.
Does that thing of like, it feels almost like the doomsday clock where they're like, one hot dog eaten is this amount of time off your life or whatever. Does that scare you?
I don't believe it. I just don't
I think you're right.
That was one of the things that like people sent to me a lot when they knew I was writing this book. And then I had for a while, I was like, I'm going to find out, because it's one of those things where like a study says this. I'm like, well, who did it? Lettuce? Like, I don't fucking trust. Like, I couldn't find the source of the study. I'm like, I think it's someone that doesn't like hot dogs. And I think that when you eat something you like, something happens in your brain and you live longer, so it balances out. It doesn't matter. Yeah.
I ate a lot of pizza when I was a boy, and they'd always say, you ate so much pizza, you're going to turn into a pizza.
I've heard this, yeah.
That's what they said to me. And I was like, whatever. And then like when I was a teenager, I like was rashy and had bad acne. Probably did look like a fucking slice of, I probably did look bad, like a pizza.
Yeah.
But I still don't believe it. I don't think that made me turn. I mean, I guess anything unhealthy you shouldn't eat a lot of, but I don't believe that hot dogs are are going to make your life end sooner if you eat more of them. I don't believe it.
I don't think so. I mean, I think like outside of like Joey Chestnut, it's like pretty unlikely that hot dogs are going to take time off of. That'd be so funny if I had died before this came out, though. They were like, and she was dead from.
And the doctor's like, it was hot dogs.
The autopsy was just too many dogs.
I mean, Joey Chestnut, if you put that, I mean, which no one ever
Joey.
Whatever. But Joey's probably living on borrowed time, if that's.
Joey, I don't know what's going on with Joey. I follow Joey's career very closely, very invested in what he's up to. And right now he's like taking some Spawn. He did some work for Dude Wipes because he's a messy guy.
Yeah.
It makes sense for him. He's doing pistachios, which makes less sense to me.
Oh yes, he was doing I saw him on SportsCenter.
It's just the nut. Is it just the nut? Is nut in his name?
Chestnut.
Maybe that's the loophole. I don't know what's going on.
It is. Yeah. It's food, but it's not a pretty tenuous connection to hot dogs.
He ate a bunch of pistachios on the Santa Monica Pier, and then I didn't wake up early enough to go. It was like 9 a.m. on a Sunday, and I would have had to take the bus.
That's far too early.
Yeah.
To go see a man eat pistachios.
That's also, I feel from his perspective, that's a tough bit of food endurance. Like pistachios, you just have to hydrate a lot.
So his name
right?
is Chestnut. It's not like it's.
No,
it's not a chestnut.
That's
there
his
is no
real name.
Chestnut.
It sounds like a stage name, but it's not.
Oh, there is a chestnut.
I think a chestnut is real. It's a real thing. It does sound like a stage name. You're right.
That was your a 24.
Thank you for bringing that up.
Oh, boy. Here we go.
Casey's wearing a shirt that says A24, and Weiger saw it and said, a 24?
Hold on. You're not characterizing it correctly.
What do you, how is that?
It says A20-4 spelled out. It's spelled out in
There we
letters.
go. You
Casey
can
is
see,
showing it on
you
camera.
can see it on camera.
So if you look at it, it looks like a 24. It looks like a partial thought. And I was just like, what's a 24? I understand that A24 is a thing.
And sure, maybe for a moment I forgot that chestnuts existed. I was trying to like make some sort of jerking off
Some
joke.
sort of cum joke.
Some sort of cum joke.
Where
have
one
you?
might target a load, for
Yes.
instance. Yes, yeah.
That's what I was trying to. That was where I was trying to go with
Yes.
chestnut.
You're right. I got it. Yeah.
But then I forgot that there are actual chestnuts.
Mhm.
And squirrels like them.
Yeah.
They do.
Squirrels do like them. Let's talk hot dog condiments.
Okay.
What do you put on a standard dog?
I just feel like when this comes out, the whole city of Chicago is going to have like a big problem with me, and I just
Oh,
have to
boy.
like deal with it.
Yeah.
But I like.
Don't be. I'm gonna say this. Don't be scared of those fucking Steve Bartman bashing assholes. Fuck them.
We're going to Chicago.
I don't give a shit. I'm coming for you. We're gonna bring out fucking Bartman.
I love that Bart, man.
I got so scared that I was like, I did a show in Chicago months before the book came out because I'm like, there's going to be a period where I'm going to feel unwelcome there because of how I feel about their hot dog. I don't like it.
Wow.
And I like ketchup, and I think that it's,
They're gonna be so mad at you. They're gonna be mad at you.
They're gonna be
enraged.
genuinely mad. When I was there in February, have you ever seen that disgusting hot dog statue? That's like
Yeah.
the one that's like licking its own teeth, and
I
it
know
has
what you're talking
teeth.
about.
It has gloves, and it's like squirting mustard on its head and ketchup on its belly. And I went to this hot dog place a couple weeks ago in Chicago, and they had cut
Sounds a little bit like a chestnut.
the ketchup's doing a little bit of a chest.
A little bit of a
Yeah.
chestnut thing. Yeah.
He's got. I just hate this fucking statue so much. And
This is a Chicago statue.
this is like general statue.
I've seen
Got it,
this guy. I
got it.
know what you're talking
Okay.
about.
Yeah, this guy's around, and I can't. They tried to put the guy on the cover of my book. I'm like, I can't look at that guy. But
Right.
they cut the ketchup arm off. Was like broken and splintered off. And I asked the cashier, I was like, was there an accident? And he was like, no.
They're
just
so
cut.
crazy with the ketchup on hot dogs. They need to
It's-
relax.
That's wild.
I like a
Ketchup on
a-
hot dogs is good. I'll say it.
It
It's just
is.
fucking good.
I usually don't have ketchup on hot dogs, but I'm fine with people who do. That's totally fine. Why is there
That's all
anything to be
that
mad
matters.
about? It's fine.
I'm coming out to do the Bartman at the Chicago show. That's what I'm gonna do. I mean, it doesn't really matter much, but it's the least I can do. This
Yeah.
fucking city. I've had it up to here with them, Wags.
They've always been good to us. We've had lovely
I
times.
know.
in
I do like
Chicago.
the city too, actually.
Yeah.
But
Great food
anyways,
city.
so much fun. But then it's like this one issue that I can't. Whatever. But yeah, I like a classic New England hot dog. I like the bun that's like the high top bun, and ketchup, mustard, relish. The bun's got to be toasted, and I like when the hot dog is
now we're
grilled.
talking. Oh, no, I
Grilled
like
is
that
fun.
too.
Yeah,
Grilled is fun.
I love grilled.
No ketchup. Malort. We'll fucking drink Malort, which tastes like fucking shit. You've had Malort?
We had Malort on
It's
stage.
horrible.
I didn't mind
What
it.
is Malord?
You did. What is this
I
Chicago
didn't-
ass kissing
I
you're
didn't
doing?
mind it. No, because I think part of it was that there was so much. There's so much emphasis on like, hey, this is like drinking turpentine. This is like pure poison. This is going to taste like you're swallowing Windex. And then when I had it, I was just like, okay, this has like a piney character to it. It kind of reminded me of like a worse Fernet, and I do like a Fernet. So I was like, I think this is okay. It's not. I didn't like it, but it's
I'm
not
calling
terrible.
bullshit on you. Duh, bullshit. That's fucking bullshit.
I'll drink a Malort right now. Give me a Malort. I don't care.
Yeah, you would. It's fucking 4 p.m.
Warrior's gonna kill in Chicago. It's gonna do great.
Ketchup on a hot dog is great. There's no issue with ketchup on a hot dog.
It's
Well,
fine.
my thing is like it's and they'll always come at you with like it's so bad for like it's just sugar. It's I was like you're already eating a fucking hot dog. Like
That's
what
an
are you
insane
talking
argument.
about?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Chicago people can't be talking about how it's worse for you. That's insane.
Okay, so you're like definitely putting ketchup on your dog.
I am.
What other condiments?
I do. I love a mustard and I love relish. There were a few like different kinds of like I like when a hot dog place has their own relish.
That's fun.
I think that's fun.
yeah.
I love that shit. And Joey Chestnut, bless his heart, has a vanity mustard line. and it's pretty good. It's
Yeah,
like
we tried his
$15 a bottle, but it's pretty good.
God bless Chestnut.
Yeah,
I'm
God
also
bless
like, there's like a world where I was like, is Joe like he hasn't gotten right? You know, I don't know Joey's politics. I kind of like it.
I feel like Joey's intentionally vague about his politics.
Yeah,
Sure.
good. Good. Don't tell me.
Yeah, I don't really want to know.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he did Kobayashi dirty, but that's for the 30 for 30.
How,
There is a 30 for 30.
let's hear a tidbit on how he did Kobayashi dirty. What? Because I know Kobayashi was the king.
Kobayashi was the king, and many believe still is.
Wow.
But there's a really good 30 for 30 about it, about how Major League Eating, it's run by this guy, George Shea, and he's like the guy that comes out. Like, have you watched the ESPN broadcast before of the
Yes.
4th of July?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the guy in like the suit and the straw hat that comes out and does
Okay.
all the WWE announcements for the guys.
Including our I was gonna say friend, not our friend at all, but a guy who we look up to, Badlands Chugs.
Yeah, sure.
Badlands Booker
Yeah.
Chugs, right? Is that
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, he's the greatest.
Yeah, he
We
rules.
love Badlands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the in his. I used to watch his YouTube videos in middle school.
Again, we feel ancient.
He's a hero.
Don't touch that dial. Is that what he says? Don't touch. He says, "Don't touch that
I don't remember.
mouse." Maybe I don't know. He's great.
Yeah.
He's great.
But yeah, George Shea like started it. Kobayashi like came over from Japan and like popularized competitive eating because he was so good at it. And
No,
it was,
I remember when he burst onto the scene, and it was like Babe Ruth tier of like, this guy is so much better than
Yeah.
everyone. It's like, holy shit, I can't believe this guy came out of nowhere and is just like fucking like taking like, you know, like 35 hot dogs to the dome or whatever the original record
It
was.
was. I think the record was like around 30, and then Kobayashi came over and immediately ate like 50.
Yes, yeah,
He was
just
like
destroyed
nuts.
it. Yeah.
And so he was like the king uncontested for a while, but George Shea like is racist and did not want a Japanese champion for the hot dog eating contest. So then Joey comes in.
Which is so crazy, by the way, because I feel like people paid attention to that competition after Kobayashi started
Right.
to win, right? Like,
It wouldn't exist with like it wouldn't be on ESPN with like it wasn't on ESPN before.
And he had a lot of American fans too. I feel like it was like
Yeah.
a huge American fan base. Yeah.
Yeah, he was like in a like Visa commercial or something. It was wild. Him and the women's competitors are so interesting too. The Black Widow.
Love the Black Widow.
She is the fucking
great.
coolest.
Yeah.
The current female champion, this woman, Miki Sudo, she was under house arrest for a while for threatening to blow up a plane on the anniversary of 9/11.
Wow.
Like it's just there's so much going on. But
and the guy who runs the show is like, I'm fine with her.
let's keep her in the mix. But Joey was sort of like when Joey came in and like started doing well, he was kind of pushed as like, we want this guy to be the champion.
Sure.
And they started fucking with Kobayashi's contract. And it seems like Joey kind of knew exactly what they were doing and didn't say anything and that's, you know, he's the champion now. And Kobayashi's been out of the game for like 10 plus years at this point.
He had a run where he got like really close. I remember there was one contest where it was like a half dog difference or something. It was close to as close to a tie, but I think there was also
But
one.
Joey was beating him.
Joey was
right?
beating him.
Okay, all right.
But
Yes.
there was also one where I remember like, and I don't, maybe this is the same one where he regurgitated, like he like threw up
ate
some
his vomit.
Yeah, and he
Yeah.
ate his own vomit, and then Joey
Heroic.
Chestnut taunted him with like, I made him eat food that had already been eaten. Like
You're
it was
like,
like
where do you get off,
Yeah.
Joey Chestnut? Be serious. Yeah, Joey did start to beat him, but then it was like, I don't know. They could have kept that rivalry alive forever, but
Yeah.
instead they just edged Kobayashi out completely.
it's a bummer.
Don't like that.
Good booking.
No.
And there was one where he like stormed the stage, right? Like he
And
was
then
like,
got arrested.
got arrested. Yeah,
Kobayashi did?
Kobayashi.
Yeah.
What? Because he wasn't in the tournament that time, or
I don't remember what the exact circumstances were. I think it maybe was that. Maybe he was
I
trying
gotta
to crash
tell
the
you,
tournament.
we need like a new young. Like there needs to be a new young guy.
I agree.
There needs to be like a new whoever the new Kobayashi Joey Chestnut. We need like a new young. I think his name could be Evan Susser. Probably a decade older than Joey Chestnut.
We got to talk about this week's chain, but I do have one more general hot dog question, which is Sonic the Hedgehog's favorite, chili dogs. Do you fuck with a chili dog?
I do. It's never going to be my first choice.
Interesting.
Just because of it, how it, at least, I mean, it really haunts the body for me. It sticks with me longer than I want it to. A regular hot dog, I can go all day not going to have much issues the next day. A chili dog, it's just, I'll if it's the specialty, I'll do it, but it's never going to be my first choice.
The thing with the chili dog to me is that it just overpowers you're just mostly tasting chili. It's good. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it's I feel like I'm mostly eating chili more than a hot dog.
It can be a chili delivery system, but it also just depends on the proportions. I mean, I love chili dogs. I think probably my favorite just hot type of hot dog is just a hot dog with mustard, relish, and raw onions. I think that's like probably my favorite combo. But I like a chili dog is up there. Good chili cheese dog. Natalie loves chili dogs. So yeah, but I understand. I totally understand. It can absolutely result in some gastrointestinal distress.
But you're right. I think like what you're both saying, like where there's just too much chili on most of them.
100%.
But there's one place I went to I think is in Virginia called Texas Tavern, which is something that drives me fucking nuts with hot dogs, where it's like all the makes are named after states, but it's never in the state where it's actually happening in.
Fucking
like,
Coney dog is the big thing,
in fucking Ohio. You're like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Texas Red Hots in Maine. It's confusing. But there's a place called Texas Tavern in Virginia, and they had like the perfect chili to dog ratio, and it was great. And then there was also like a great anecdote where the owner like told Mike Pence he was gross once or something. I don't know.
Yeah, this place rules.
Yeah, I'd recommend it. It was great.
Wow.
I think it's rude to talk to an ex-vice president that way. But still, that's cool.
Mm-hmm. Very West Wing of you.
Yeah. We are above this as a nation.
Why, you're a bit like a slow-ass Sonic in a lot of ways. You're like
the fuck is that supposed to mean?
You're not fast at all.
I'm pretty fast.
You're a fucking slow-ass
I could
Sonic.
beat you in a fucking foot race. You know what else I'm fast at? Fucking doing my job.
What does that mean?
I can fucking crank shit out.
Yeah.
You got a deadline?
You can crank shit out.
All right.
That's probably the only time you're as fast as Sonic.
I'm gonna chestnut. Look, we got to talk about Two Hands, so let's take a break. We'll be right back with more Doughboys.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy, the Spoon Man, and I want to talk to you about today's sponsor, Helix Sleep. You know I love it. It's my bed. I sleep in it every night. Wally and Irma love it. My mom, when she comes to visit, she loves it. I let my mom stay in my bed, Wags, and I sleep on the couch, okay?
Mm-hmm.
You think that
Believe half of that.
Okay, all right.
Helix Sleep is a premium mattress brand that provides tailored mattresses based on your unique sleep preferences. The Helix lineup includes 14 unique mattresses, including a collection of luxury models, a mattress for big and tall sleepers, and even a mattress made just for kids.
I don't need the big and tall one.
So how will you know which Helix mattress works best for you and your body? Take the Helix Sleep Quiz and find your perfect mattress in under 2 minutes. And your personalized mattress is shipped straight to your door, free of charge.
That's right, Wags, straight to your door. Helix knows there's no better way to test out a new mattress than by sleeping on it in your own home. That's why they offer a 100-night trial and 10 to 15-year warranty to try out your new Helix mattress. Everybody's unique, and everyone sleeps differently. That's why Helix has several different mattress models to choose from, each designed for specific sleep positions and feel preferences. Models with memory foam layers to provide optimal pressure relief if you sleep on your side.
Models with more responsive foam to cradle your body for essential support in the stomach and back sleeping positions. Plus, enhanced cooling features to keep you from overheating at night. And if your spine needs some extra TLC, they got you. Every Helix mattress has a hybrid design, combining individually wrapped steel coils in the base with premium foam layers on top. It's the perfect combination of comfort and support.
Wags, I took the Helix Sleep Quiz, and I was matched with a Moonlight Luxe mattress because I wanted something that was soft, like a cloud. It's like I'm sleeping on a cloud. And you know what? I love it. And you know what? You're offered to sleep on it one night if you want to, too. I'll sleep on the couch.
Okay.
You won't pull the same thing I do with my mom. And Wags, I'm not the only person who's taken the quiz. Micus took it. Micus has a Helix mattress. That's no lie.
Wow.
Not only is the mattress the best I've slept on, but the setup was fast and easy. That's true. Plus, Helix mattresses are American-made and come with a 10 or 15-year warranty depending on the model.
Don't want to take Mitch's word for it? I get it. Helix has been awarded the #1 mattress pick by GQ and Wired magazine. It is even recommended by multiple leading chiropractors and doctors of sleep medicine as a go-to solution for improving your sleep. Helix is offering up to 20% off all mattress orders and 2 free pillows for our listeners. Go to helixsleep.com/doughboys. This is their best offer yet, and it won't last long. With Helix, better sleep starts now.
Do it.
Internet service providers operate like monopolies in the regions they serve. Even worse, many ISPs log your internet activity and sell that data to other big tech companies or advertisers. To prevent them from seeing my internet activity, and Mitch, you know I want to do that, I protect my devices with Express VPN. Express VPN is a simple app for your computer or smartphone that encrypts your network data and tunnels it through a secure VPN server so that your provider can't see any of your activity. The list of people you've messaged, sites you've visited, and videos you've watched gets tracked by tech giants who can then sell your information for profit. I recommend ExpressVPN as the best way to hide your online activity from your ISP. Just download the app, tap one button, and you're protected.
And ExpressVPN doesn't slow your connection. That's why ExpressVPN is rated #1 by CNET, Wired, TechRadar, and countless others.
Visit expressvpn.com/doughboys. That's expressvpn.com/doughboys, and you'll get 3 extra months free.
That's expressvpn.com/doughboys to learn more.
Welcome back to Doughboys. We're here with Jamie Loftus discussing this week's chain, Two Hands, which was founded in 2019 right here in Los Angeles. Now, already Mitch has about 40 locations across the U.S. with hundreds more planned.
I interrupt you just to say that we just took our break.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to be, we were honest with everyone in the room. We're going to be honest with the listener. We're maybe both nervous that we're going to have to
take a big shit. Yeah. Because we had a lot of corn dogs just before recording.
How much more did you guys have than I did?
Probably, honestly, a lot more.
Okay, I was like, I'm weird. I feel all right. I think right now.
I feel all right too. I'm more worried about the prospect. Mitch is maybe feeling something.
I'm feeling it a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, Two Hands is Korean-style corn dogs, which they came about in the 1980s in Korea. They're just called hot dogs in South Korea. So if you order a hot dog, that's what you get. One of these big battered
interesting
creations.
I'd be so fucking pissed if that happened.
Yeah,
to me.
I would want a regular hot dog. So that's so this is just like commonplace. Like this is what you get as a corn dog.
This is a hot dog. This is what we call a hot dog.
Are like regular hot dogs on a bun just like not?
I don't think they have them there, or maybe they do, but it's more of here's an American style hot dog. You know, they call it something like that. And they obviously became a popular Instagram trend in the 2010s, which is what birthed chains like Two Hands, capitalizing on this. And we got this massive order delivered to our Headgum studios and ate just beforehand. I have 2 things to add from Amelia, our associate producer, who put the order in. I sent a picture and she said, quote, "Looks like you need 2 hands to carry all that," which was very clever.
That's good.
Amelia also told us she's never had a corn dog before.
That is wild.
Isn't it staggering?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That seems like it would be hard to do.
I feel like you'd have to consciously avoid it.
Right. Where did she grow up?
Where did Amelia grow up?
She
I know where she went to school.
Isn't it like New York area?
Mm.
I gotta go to the bathroom.
Okay, Mitch needs to go to the bathroom. All right, look, we're going to take another break. We'll be back with more Doughboys. All right, we're back. Let's talk through our order at Two Hands. I guess the way to...
I just want to say, because it's embarrassing, I want to get out there. I had to take very long piss.
Uh-huh.
It was just another very long piss I had to do.
Right.
It was really embarrassing.
Because it's been like 10 to 15 minutes.
Yeah, so it was a super long piss.
And you've been hydrating a lot? You were drinking a lot of fluids?
You and I have been like trying to be healthier. I've been drinking a lot of fluids. I was like, I was standing there.
Yeah, I just kind of just saw you like kind of nursing that Diet Coke is the only thing since you got here. But
I know, weird. I drank a lot of water before.
Okay, all right.
So I was like, damn.
You got to clean out your system before you eat the hot dogs.
Yeah,
that makes sense to me. It makes sense.
And let me tell you, it was a 2-hander in there, Wags.
2 hands full of piss.
I forgot that I called it piss. And then when I stepped out of the bathroom, I could smell the hot dogs coming in from the other room, which was disgusting in many ways. Anyways, we're back. That's the most important thing. We're back, and it's not awkward.
So the Two Hands dog is their signature, and that's got a I guess maybe we should take a step back. People have seen, I think, the style of corn dog. It's like a big girthy guy. It's like a little bit bigger than a.
You are using two hands to, and also maybe going a little crazy.
Yeah, we're going a little chestnut.
Yeah, it's maybe. Look, I'm maybe exaggerating a little bit with my hand motion, but it's pretty. They're pretty substantial. They're pretty big. They're big. They're bigger than normal hot dog because you've got an American corn dog for American classic dog, which they have there for contrast, and that one was quite a bit more modest.
It looked like you were holding a horse dick, if I had to be honest with you.
Yeah, like a softball, like circumference kind of thing.
I remember years ago at one of the first improv classes I took. And there was a scene where one of the guys, just like he was like not like a comedy guy, just like a guy in the class. And it was a point where like just whatever, you know how fucking improv goes. At a certain point, the guy's just like jacking off in the scene. But he was like making such a huge motion. And part of your thought when you're seeing this is like, wait, that's how this person does this in real life. And a friend of mine in the class remarked, it's like he's cocking a shotgun. And we just thought, like, does this guy have the fucking biggest tool in the world?
Look, if most improvisers like did it realistically,
yeah,
it would be like
I'm thinking of getting on a Herald team.
As soon as he touches it.
Just a light pinch between two fingers.
That's more accurate.
Yeah.
But
Anyway.
yes, in every improv scene, it's like, oh, dude. But everyone does.
So the two hands dog is their signature. This is it's a big guy, and it's got a seasoning on it, and it's got what they call a sweet ranch sauce, which is similar to their Ingiomi dog, and I'm probably mispronouncing that, but that one is made with bean powder and has a sweet sauce on top of it. So we kind of got both, and I had a hard time telling which one was which.
Look,
but
they tried to
one was
make
a
it
little
easy
sweeter.
for us, but you did take the sauces out at one point. I'm not trying to blame you specifically.
The sauces were not laid out in a way to
The sauces were below each of the dogs.
I don't think that's accurate.
It is true.
I don't think it's true. Anyway, there's also a classic dog.
It
which
turned
we
into
got.
chaos, though. It devolved into chaos.
We got a classic dog, which doesn't have the powder. It is like these are all kind of sweet, kind of savory. We got a spicy dog.
That's the Cheeto dust dog.
Cheeto powder, yeah, the Flamin' Hot Cheetos powder. A potato dog, which is kind of dotted with these rivets of potato cubes, and then a crispy rice dog.
Looking dog.
It's demented.
Crispy rice dog, which is like covered with little. It's kind of a pinhead dog.
Ooh.
You know?
The rice dog
Cenobite
is
dog.
and you know what?
endeared me.
The potato dog,
Yeah.
to bring up one of your favorite writers, it's kind of like in Last of Us. It kind of looks like the fucking infected.
Like a cordyceps virus?
It looks like cordyceps. It looks like
Wow.
a cordyceps virus corn dog.
Wow.
It does.
Wow.
I think the point of these corn dogs is that they're supposed to look sick.
Right.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Like the pointy, texture-y kind of
But
Instagram dogs.
the
100%.
rice one you got and the potato dog look not even fun sick. They look like, whoa, I haven't seen that before sick in some ways. Like,
I think they photograph better than they present in person.
Mhm.
But they definitely are distinct, and they definitely are kind of like, oh wow, that's a food, I want to try that. And I think that's a huge part of the Instagrammable TikTok, viral food trends.
Yeah.
Is it just like, oh wow, that thing looks nuts.
What's other like food trend, like trendy kind of food? Because it does feel like like the potato one, even though I know that it's a like staple of the Korean hot dog culture, like, but the way that this one was like made and presented, it was like, oh, this was made to be posted
For
more
sure.
so than like finished.
For sure. And that's kind of that speaks to kind of my overall assessment of this chain based off of this one visit, whatever, it's one meal, but it does feel very calculated. It does feel very much like we're doing this because we are hopping on board. It's like all the hot chicken concepts that's popped up,
Ooh.
I think that it's this sort of thing of, we've gone to Mr. Pizza. We reviewed Mr. Pizza on here, and I said this when we were
Pizza for
eating
women,
it.
yeah.
And
That's
it's
their
That's
tagline.
their
Mr. Pizza,
tagline.
Pizza for women.
that wasn't just us saying.
Wait.
That wasn't like our
What?
Yeah, that's
Why would they say that?
It's how
I don't
it's
know.
marketed. Yeah, I don't understand it.
That wasn't our classification of the pizza. That's pizza for women. We don't fucking. Who cares about
We
that
didn't
pizza?
like it. It wasn't for dudes.
Yeah. But I said when we ate there was some fun stuff, but there were a lot of tastes that were very foreign to me, where things mixed together that I am not used to.
Sweet shrimp on a pizza is not a flavor or combo I'm used to.
Yes.
It was a little disorienting. And yeah, you're speaking delicately, Mitch, and we try to talk delicately. We're talking about the foods of other cultures.
Sure,
it's
of
like we're not
course.
trying to say like it's weird, but it's maybe something that we're not used to. I don't think this is on that same tier.
I don't either.
Yeah.
That's even why I brought up that whole thing, is because Mr. Pizza was like some stuff where I was like, this is nearly inedible to me, having this bite in my mouth. I don't want to swallow this.
Right.
And then here, there was never anything like that. Like I thought I had some good flavors throughout the course of this meal. But I'm gonna say this too. I am maybe, and we talked about this, I'm maybe not like a huge corn dog guy. In fact, I just gave shit to chili dogs, and I think I'd rather have a. I mean, not.
Ooh.
I think like I definitely would rather have a chili dog than a corn dog. And
Me too.
And
But I
also-
like corn dogs a lot.
I like corn dogs, but they're like, I don't dislike corn dogs,
Sure.
but they're on the bottom of my list. And I do think there are some people like pizza is my personality. There is kind of like a corn dog is my personality thing. Have you noticed that? It's a little bit like a.
Wait,
Really?
Who is corn dogs?
Yeah, who's saying that?
Describe this person.
I think there's also like men and women who are like, I'm a corn dog nut. I feel like I've run into it, but I don't know. Maybe I'm.
We just did our friend Brandon Chris's podcast, Guys, where they talk about different types of guy. And I buy that there's a pizza guy, like that's a guy. We talked about hot sauce guys on the episode. I don't know if there's a corn dog guy. Maybe there is. I'm just like having trouble like picturing it.
Yeah, I think you're onto something. I just can't think of the exact traits.
Maybe it's also just the fact of like a corn dog is like, I don't know, it feels like a comedy thing or something. I don't know.
I think there's definitely a hot dog guy. And I
Yes.
think
Yes.
like it's our Discord moderator Fish, who eats hot dogs like every day. He has like
Yes.
nightly
He's
hot
that
dogs.
kinda
It's
guy.
like a nightcat. He's a hot dog.
But you know
guy.
what? Fish also isn't that he isn't like hot dogs on my personality. I
Right,
guess.
he's also like a fish guy. Thus his username.
Oh,
like
that's a
that's
good
another
point.
part. He's like really into fish. But like I feel like I maybe a corn dog guy exists.
I mean, I can't talk because hot dogs have been my personality for a year and a half.
Yeah.
And I gotta get off the train at some point, but I can't before it's published. So committed for a little bit longer. I mean, hot dog guys are definitely a thing. And sometimes they come in a flavor that's fun, and sometimes they come in a flavor that's a guy in Chicago that's yelling at you.
Yes,
And
yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah, no one needs that.
Hot dogs are fun, and I shouldn't say I don't eat them as much as I should, because I shouldn't eat more hot dogs. But I don't know. I'm gonna not be as happy eating a corn dog as I would be eating a hot dog, or even a chili dog. And I gotta say, Wags, Sonic drive-thru, that big boy hot
Yeah.
dog,
Great hot
that
dog.
big boy chili dog,
Yeah, that was good.
had good
Those are
proportions
special.
of chili to
Yeah.
hot dog. The corn dog. Look, I was not having fun. I'll tell you when I stopped having fun.
Mm-hmm.
We had a surprise fucking
Yeah,
visitor.
when fucking Evan Susser showed up.
Susser was texting us and I was like, I'll be there soon,
Yeah.
because the delivery came and I was almost here, and then Susser was like, yeah, me too.
And we're like, we didn't invite you.
We didn't invite you.
We didn't order any food for you.
And then I said to him like, yeah, we didn't order food for you. There's not, and I was like, you're not getting any of mine. I said this to him like trying to be mean. But then he kind of got mad at us. He kind of turned on us a little bit over the course of the meal.
Well, I think
He
because
left angry, Jamie, as you noticed.
Yeah.
It was my first time meeting him, and I felt like I was like, did I do something? Like, we just met.
He did say he was like, I don't know what I was expecting. And we're like, yeah,
Said that a couple
Yeah.
times.
that's we don't know what you were expecting either, but
I was going to save this for the fork score because we're talking about it now. Susser texted me his thoughts just to me. He said, when I knew it had arrived, I had an overwhelming desire to try it. He's talking about us. We were just group texting that the food was there. Kind of disappointing actually trying them, but they're fun. I think I go 3 forks. Mitch was too mean to me for showing up, so I give him 2 forks.
wow.
Ooh.
I was mean to him for showing up.
You were pretty mad.
I just assumed that was your dynamic. But then when he got upset, I was like, maybe it's not.
I love Sus. I was giving him a hard time for showing up to eat hot dogs. That's funny.
I mean, it was cartoonish.
It was
He just showed
cartoonish.
up to get in on this corn dog order, which meant him just like nibbling at our half-eaten hot dogs.
Yeah, we were giving him like nubs. It
Yeah.
was pretty bad. We were giving them Mitch ends. But I now feel slightly bad. Not really that bad. But here's the deal is I was excited too.
I was very excited to try this place.
And so I was like, Sus, we got our own thing. I'm excited to eat this. What are you doing? Because he also grabbed a knife at the beginning of the meal before we even opened the box. He was ready to cut them up into little pieces.
Yes.
Mm.
Then, once I started tasting stuff, I was like, I guess I shouldn't have cared too much about this at all. But it was funny that he showed up regardless. We also would have ordered him lunch.
Yeah, he could have gotten in on it.
He could have gotten in on it.
He wanted to be sneaky. I think that's
Don't be sneaky.
He wanted to surprise.
But then by the end, there was one hot dog untouched.
And we
left.
said, you want it? And he said, yeah, he wouldn't take it.
He didn't want, and no one else took it.
He'd had a bite of it earlier, I think. I believe that was one of the two hands dogs. And I got one that was, so this is the other thing about this place. You pick your dog, and then you pick and that's like what you're ordering there is the coating, like what the battered aspect is going to be. And then as far as the protein that's on a stick, you have your choice of, I believe by default, it's half mozzarella, half beef. I could be wrong about that.
And I think that's like standard across Korean hot dogs.
So it's a mozzarella on the top end, and then the bottom end is like the bottom half of a hot dog.
I also got mad at you for this.
There's also we'll talk about this. There's also you can get a full beef option. You can also get a full mozzarella option.
You can get a spicy beef
and you can get a spicy
too.
beef option, which we also tried, and not particularly spicy, but we'll get into that. I think my big issue with the mozzarella is it just wasn't like ooey gooey, so soft and chewy. I wanted it to be like kind of melted, and it was kind of just a warm cube in there.
We had a little bit of travel.
Part of that is travel, but I think part of it is also like, you've really got to be delicate with that fry temperature to get it like melted inside and not explode. But like I've had like a good version of that from like hot dog and a stick. That's a corn dog with a melted mozzarella, or they use Jack or American there. But that always works well.
Hot dog on a stick we did not too long ago, and I do have fonder. Look,
I like hot dog and stick a lot.
Hot dog on a stick rocks.
Good.
I listened to that episode just to see what the corn dog vibe was.
What do we say? We won't even remember. Nick and I.
Everyone was pro. Everyone went 4 forks.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was a good experience.
Yeah. It was good.
This one, I feel like, I guess let's just, Jamie, I want to get your thoughts. Yeah.
Your thing, at the risk of sounding nationalist, which we don't want to do.
No.
Right. I do think because, I don't know, like this style of hot dog popped up in Korea in the 80s. And so it had already existed, I think, in the U.S. for like about 30 years at that point. So it's like the Korean interpretation of the American corn dog. But my main thing with the half and half is like, if that's standard, I do want it flipped. I want hot dog first, cheese second.
100%.
It took so long to get to the hot dog.
Totally agree.
I wouldn't know about this because
There.
All right. So here's the thing. Some dogs were absent. It's fine. It was a big order. Mitch and I ended up sharing one of these dogs, and I didn't realize it. But
this is like my dog. This is like my.
I think it's unfair to call it your dog because
this is
we're both
my
missing
dog.
dogs.
This is like the dog I
We were supposed to
ordered.
each have our own spicy dog. That didn't happen. It's fine. We shared some dogs that we weren't expecting to share. I took, because it has the mozzarella on the top half and the beef on the bottom half.
Which I gave you a heads up on. I said there's sausage on the bottom half.
You're too mad about this.
And he saw you eating it, and I was like, he's gone quite a bit of a way here.
I took a bite, and it like the whole thing of mozzarella.
Hold on, that's not true.
That is true.
That was like your
that
third
is
bite.
True. It was my third bite, but I didn't mean to take all of the
Okay.
mozzarella.
And so I got zero mozzarella.
But there
on
were
mine.
other dogs with mozzarella in them.
I had a bite with mozzarella, but that was my dog.
I mean, I don't think you were missing very much, honestly, on the mozzarella front. But that room was charged.
yes,
There was conflict.
there
in
was.
the
I mean,
room.
with the susser factor, me and Nick fighting.
Casey and I were kind of like, I mean, you remember we were in the corner.
Yeah.
You guys were kind of quietly eating your dogs.
Yeah.
While we were like, it's like the cartoon wars on South Park where like you went into the King of the Hill offices and like why am I comparing it to South Park?
Yeah.
when Family Guy and South Park are fighting.
Sure.
That's why it was in my head, because we talked about Family Guy
Yeah.
earlier.
Are they still
But you guys,
fighting?
I think that they're okay with it.
Yeah, I don't know.
They've
That was
quieted
a long
down.
time ago.
But you guys were quietly enjoying your dogs, and then there was energy, maybe bad energy, some people would call it.
It was, I mean, I didn't appreciate when Weiger yelled at me, if you don't like it, go stare at the wall. Outside of that, I felt like a comfortable distance from the conflict.
Right.
That's he does that to a lot of
Yeah,
guests.
that's
You're
just-
not alone.
yeah.
That was my next
That's just
question.
hazing.
Yeah, he does that to almost every guest.
Yeah.
Okay. I did feel more closer to you guys after it happened.
I want to get your thoughts, JB, because
You're
I
a
mean,
hot dog pro.
yeah, you're a hot
I
dog
just
pro. You
snorted.
spent a lot of time with this on this topic.
Did you hear that? I snorted.
No, I didn't hear it.
missed
Maybe it got
it.
picked up on mic. I don't know. Did that get picked up, Casey?
Yeah, I heard it.
Okay. All right, great. By the
Oh,
way, Casey, what did you think of your hot dog?
I thought it was pretty good. I got the classic Korean dog,
Mhm.
and it was different from the American classic because there was like more crispy crunchies on the outside.
Yes.
But, like I said before, I like a corn dog.
Yeah.
Casey, you know
It's
what?
a nice little treat.
That was maybe my bite of the night. Is that Korean corn dog?
I think the classic
like that
version
one.
is the
Classic.
best. That's the best iteration of it. I think these other ones have too much going on. You made an observation, Jamie, when we were talking of like this. One of these, the crispy rice dog had like one thing too many. Unga pachka is what one might say. Because it's just got a lot going on. But yeah, the classic dog, I think it's either panko breadcrumbs or rice flour to kind of crisp it up on the outside. And it does a lot texturally. And that's really all you need. And I think that was definitely my favorite bite. Jamie, about the dogs you had, what were your picks and pans?
Ooh, I think that the two-hand the two-hand dog was my favorite of them, because I think if the sauces were right, that one is like a little sweeter on the outside,
Yes.
and then you get that cummy little sauce,
Right.
and that's also like a little sweet and a little tangy.
We
Yeah.
should say that we loved the cummy sauce.
The cummy sauce was good.
Everyone
The
loved
cummy
the
sauce
cummy
is
little
fun.
sauce.
Yeah.
I loved the cummy little sauce, and it's like, yeah, I thought that was great, and I dipped some fries in it afterwards too. I kept going.
Yeah.
So that was I think I agree with you. That was my favorite. The potato dog I was most excited for, and then I was like, oh, I fell for aesthetics.
Yeah.
Fucking loser, because it is like just too much. And with those, I don't know like how it affects the architecture of like the corn dog, but with the ones with potatoes, I'm like, just have like a thinner, like, you know,
Thinner, crispier potato.
yeah, because then the hot dog just gets lost, and then it's like the sauce. I liked all of the sauces. I think, like they had like dirty sauce,
Yes.
and spicy sauce.
Mhm.
The
And
spicy
then-
sauce tasted a little medicinal to me. I don't know if anyone else felt that way.
I think you talking the spicy sauce?
Yeah, I liked the spicy dog and more without the sauce on it. Was my opinion.
I did like it more without the sauce. I just think that none of it had enough heat. It was all pretty mild.
It was a little chemically though.
little chemical.
Sure.
Yeah. I thought it was interesting that the cummy sauce was not labeled, but the other two were. They had special stickers.
Well, it's just it's just cum. They're not just like put like cum on it.
But I wanted to be like, have you ever bought something from what's that store with all the soaps?
Lush?
Lush, yeah, Lush, where there's a sticker
What a
that
pull.
says
How did you know Lush
Casey.
instantly?
I've been to a mall before.
Wow.
24.
Very funny that
Going-
Weiger and I. Yeah.
But when you buy something at Lush, there's a sticker with like a picture of someone, and it's like this
Yeah.
person made it, and they should do that for the cum sauce. It would be all-
This Doughboys fan made this.
I like that Wags and I didn't know a single soap store.
I was trying to think of like Bed Bath. What's
was
about
a
Bath and Body
setup.
Works is the one I was thinking of.
Oh, Bath and Body Works. Okay, yeah.
I think that's maybe it.
The
Lush.
the cum sauce
Lush.
was the boss
Lush.
sauce. The boss sauce was
Yeah.
the cum sauce.
That was good. The potato one, I struggled with. I didn't dislike the potatoes. I just was like too much, too many layers, and then the hot dog just got lost. And I did like the crispy one too. But
I
it
like
was,
the crispy one.
It was good. It made my mouth a little dry.
It was
Shockingly
dry. It was a dry
Yeah.
bite.
Yes.
You ordered one, and then Wags and I kind of like we mangled your leftovers.
Mm-hmm.
But I liked the flavor that was there. It was such a dry bite, especially if you didn't
Yeah.
get to that hot dog at first. You were like, you're really just like eating, like you said, like cornstarch.
Yeah,
it tastes
shockingly dry
like. But
guy.
I kind of liked that
the
taste.
texture was good. It was just too dry. I feel like you have to dip that one. Like I need to put like extra cum on that one to make it palatable.
You really gotta soup that one up.
Yeah,
The
Peter
potato
North it
one,
up.
the potato ones looked the most like cordyceps, and
Mhm.
I thought the texture was, it just didn't work for me the way I wanted it to work, because I was excited to have like potato and hot dogs. It's like French fries and a hot dog.
Yes.
Mhm.
That's what
Yeah.
it should, like, that's what you should be tasting in that bite, right? It's
Yes.
like a little bit of French fries, a little bit of hot dog.
It kind of tasted like shoving a whole piece of bread into your mouth and then just like waiting and then like going back. I don't know. But I did like, I mean, I think like if the goal is for it to be aesthetically really cool, it looks so cool. The
Looks
potato
great.
one especially, you're like, that looks like a sci-fi disease. It
does.
looks so weird.
Yeah.
It's cool.
It is weird and
Looks like
kinda
The
cool
Thing.
looking.
Yeah.
It is a little bit like the thing. It's strange. And
Yeah.
I wish it tasted better. Maybe there is a world where it is crispier, but I don't know. It seems like those potatoes are usually pretty thick and not crispy.
Well, okay, here's the thing, and I'm going back to me saying this place seems a little craven, a little calculated, and I think that ties into its just like hyper rapid expansion. This was founded 4 years ago, endured the pandemic, which was devastating for chain restaurants by and large, except for those that focused on delivery.
Great for hot dogs, weirdly.
Interesting.
I think hot dog consumption went up like 300% in 2020 or something.
That
I get
makes sense.
because
Yeah, that
of
makes total sense.
barbecuing and stuff at home.
Something
Sure.
like that. Yeah.
And
The
also
first-
just when people are like depressed and alone, they just want to eat garbage because it's
Sure.
I mean, I fucking do that.
My first trip like to see friends when the pandemic started was to go to Mookie's on the 4th of July, which is so crazy because it was
March,
April, May,
April,
June,
May,
July.
June,
So
July,
4
yeah.
months of, and then that was like outside eating hot dogs or whatever.
Isn't that weird?
4
weird-
months of isolation.
What a weird like collective trauma we all endured.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be
And it's, I
lingering
mean, that
forever.
was just the first time going outside and
Yeah.
eating a hot dog. Had a
God.
Costco hot dog that he had some Costco hot dogs.
Oh.
Fuck,
Costco hot dog for the 4th of July.
Wait, can we do a
That's
tangent on Costco hot dogs? Do you like a Costco
No,
hot dog?
no, we don't have time.
Oh, I love a Costco hot dog.
Do you,
I think they're
yeah,
so good.
they're so good.
I think the myth around them is ridiculous bullshit, but I think the Costco hot dog itself is amazing.
Yes, very
So
satisfying
good.
dog.
Yeah.
Here's a huge question for you.
Yeah.
And this is big for my mom had a big issue this way when I bought Costco hot dogs.
Mhm.
Ooh.
Are you an all beef frank type of person, or do you like?
Mm.
Is it what's the mix? It's like pork and something. Right?
Usually
and
pork and
beef.
beef, sometimes pork, beef, and chicken, I think.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'm an all beef person. But like the ketchup, I don't care if people prefer something different. I go all beef usually. But or all pork is good too.
Sure.
Like yeah, the mixed one the mixed one was like really popular in DC. There's like a special name for it in DC.
Mm.
But
I think I like the pork mix more. I
Yeah.
don't know if I don't know if it's a New England thing or
Wow.
or the way
I'm surprised.
I don't remember where because I grew up in Brockton and we ate like
Oh, shit.
yeah, reveal.
Mhm.
But we ate I don't know what we ate like dog meat or something. Like, I don't know what we were eating.
Yeah,
We were eating-
I don't know what is more common in New England, if it is beef or I mean it might be what nationwide is the same thing. I don't know,
Mhm.
but I had some hot dogs. This one I think this is during pandemic.
Yeah.
I had hot dogs because we reviewed Costco while I was back in Quincy during pandemic.
Which I think their
Oh.
dogs are all beef.
Their dogs are all beef,
And so you got into a scuffle with Mrs. Mitchell about this?
My mom was like, I don't like all beef franks, and she likes the pork mix. ones.
Wow.
Whoa.
And then I had the pork mix ones, and I did think they were a little bit tastier.
You were converted.
I guess that I think that maybe was my always was what my stance was. I just didn't know.
Mhm.
Because I don't really know when I eat a hot. I mean, here's another thing for me. I had so many boiled hot dogs growing up.
Yes.
Me
yeah,
too.
I grew up on
That-
boiled.
Me
yeah.
too, yeah.
I don't need a super because some people like a snappy skin.
Oh, I like the
Mm.
snap.
I don't need the snappy skin as much as people want the snappy skin.
Give me that snap.
I don't need it, but once I had it, it was like, well, I'm never gonna. If given the option, I'll always take the snap. But yeah,
Sure.
I grew up on like boiled CVS hot dogs and loved every second of it.
Mm-hmm.
But once I don't know, I think it's like a West Coast thing too, where everyone I've talked to that grew up in Southern California, like they grilled hot dogs always. It
Yeah.
was not a boiled culture.
Well, I grew up in Southern California, and if we were having indoor dogs, those were getting boiled or steamed. Outdoors on the grill was another story. Like if we're doing it, like my dad was using like the barbecue. But what Natalie actually introduced me to when she made hot dogs, and she just fried them in a pan.
Oh yeah,
and I was like, that was revelatory.
We would have
because
those too. I mean,
because that gives it a nice texture. That gives it that snap, and that's how I always prefer hot dogs now.
I probably had like from grill and boiled and pan, probably almost close to equally. I'm just saying that
making kind of
boiled
a
was
jack
like
off
also
motion there.
boiled was also such a big part of it too.
Right.
Boiled was such a big part of it too. I'm gonna do the real UCB improv version.
That's the one hand.
Yeah, the one hand.
One
Yeah.
hand soul.
Oh, don't worry. It's never been a two hand for me. Besides today. But I don't need it snappy. I love a good beer boiled hot dog.
Yeah.
That's what for a long time when I was first out here, this was like my lunch wags when I was trying to eat healthy.
Yeah.
But I would do a turkey hot dog boiled in beer and then in a wheat bun. And I actually kind of liked it.
That's fun. Turkey hot dogs can be good.
Turkey hot dogs can be good.
But a beer boiled hot dog, put some Bud Light in a pot, a couple cans of Bud Light, boil up some hot dogs till they're look like they're gonna explode. Oh, beer boiled hot dogs are fucking delicious.
Yeah.
There's this place in New Jersey that it always wins like the top hot dog accolade. It's on the side of the highway. And it looks like somewhere you'd go after you like killed somebody, which is how you know it's good. But they're like, they deep fry hot dogs.
Oh, yes.
And those are
the Ripper.
Yes, like those are great. I like got
awesome.
one of each, and the Ripper is great. I forget what the one where they just like let it turn into a skeleton. But
wow,
they used to do this like performative thing where you had to like sign a Sea Org contract to be like, if this hot dog kills you, you can't do anything. I don't know, but that was like the best snap I ever had. Was like a slightly fried hot dog snap.
There's a place in Reseda, California called Fab Hot Dogs, real quick,
Ooh.
that has they do their version of a Ripper. That's what was introduced to me, and it's fucking great. Yeah.
I want to say that I don't dislike a snap either. I think when things are like super snappy, I'm like, I don't need it to be like, I think of like pinks, and I think pinks can be like really snappy. And also we've talked about pinks before, and we don't, whatever.
Not big pinks
I
people.
hate pinks.
Yeah, we really didn't like pinks.
I don't want like a soft hog going in there and like,
Sure.
like, just like, I don't need that either.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
no, you don't want you don't want to be too flaccid. I like it to have, I really like to have some texture to it. I'll like, again, the Costco dogs, I believe, are steamed, and I still like that approach. I'll make room for that in my hot dog diet. But when it comes, if I have a preference, I want them grilled or I want them fried in a pan.
Is the hot dog the king of the Costco concession?
Well, your other option. This is part of the thing. They've pared down their snack bar so much. Like the chicken bake was discontinued and then brought back, but it's like kind of like a less good version of it. It's like not at the same level.
Huh.
They got rid of the Caesar salad, which whatever, small loss, but still, it's like talks to them streamlining their menus. Even with the hot dogs, they don't have the onions anymore, which was so huge for me. And then, they discontinued the Polish years ago. That predates the pandemic. They got rid of combo pizza. They just have cheese and pepperoni now, and that's like a pretty big blow. I think they streamlined some of their drinks. I don't know. All that said, I think the hot dog is the best thing there.
Yeah.
Hot dog or cheese pizza.
I didn't expect your dissertation on the whole fucking thing, but you know what? I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I learned. I didn't know that the chicken bake changed. That's sad to hear.
I actually haven't had it since it's been brought back. I've just been reading other people's testimonials that are just kind of saying, because Costco people who like are very fanatical about Costco, and a lot of people have been just saying like it's not the same. They kind of, who knows if that's actually true, but that seems to be the perception. Back to two hands.
Okay.
I think they've just got.
We got to review this fucking place.
I think I think part of the issue is I don't have like a good baseline for this style of corn dog. I like when this became a big thing and started blowing up in LA and in the States at large. Like that was an era when I was like not eating meat. And, I wasn't actively seeking this out. And so now that it's kind of like on the scene. Yeah.
Me and the Meat Boys weren't fucking standing on the corners being like, you hear about two hands? I never heard about this until we did it.
I'm not even talking about two hands. I'm talking about these kind of corn dogs in general.
Sure.
So like this is like my initiation into this trend that I mostly know from social media. So we don't have a baseline of like, hey, this is what an authentic one is supposed to taste like. So I don't know how much this is an accurate representation of this style of hot dog, and how much of it is just what I suspect to have happened is that Two Hands aggressively overexpanded and their quality control has declined a little bit as they've done so. Now,
just
this
like
is
every other fucking restaurant we've ever reviewed.
right, and this is the original location we ordered from, but I think it's maybe not what it should be in terms of execution.
I wasn't able to find any information on like who started it either.
That's the other thing. So they're so fucking cryptic
weird.
about their origins, which makes me think it was like just like two Americans who don't actually have whatever. I'm totally speculating, but don't actually have any connection to this, and we're just like cashing in on the Instagram trend. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, it feels like if they had any authentic connection to Korean hot dogs, they would have said so. I
Right.
don't know. That's just my like suspicion about it. I've been to one other Korean hot dog place and I liked it much better, which is why I was like kind of surprised. But there's, I think it's a chain, Chungcheon Hot Dog.
Okay.
And there's at least a couple of them, and I got one there about a year ago, and it was really good. And like you got to watch people make it, and that was cool. But I don't know. Yeah, something was just like a little bit off about Two Hand, but I don't know exactly what it was.
The sides we can touch on. First off, the fruit punch slush I got was just tasted like fruit punch. It was nothing notable. You got the same thing, right, Mitch?
I did, yes.
Yeah.
I'm trying to look up our actual full order.
We also got dirty fries, kimchi seasoning fries, and elote. I like an elote, and I think this was the worst version of it I've had.
You had a physical and immediate response to the elote.
I really didn't want to eat it because I didn't want to share a corn cob with anybody, and then Mitch insisted I had a bite, which is fine.
I had a bite of it, and I was like, oh, God. And then I was like, you got to try this.
And then,
longer.
like Malort, when at first taste, I was like, you know what, this isn't as bad as you built it up to be. And then the aftertaste was just putrid.
The aftertaste is
It was like
really,
ashes
really,
in my
really
mouth.
bad. I have the full order. Do you want me to read it out for I don't know if it's accurate, but I'm just going to quickly.
All right, sure. Fine.
All right.
Okay.
Why
if I don't let you do it, you're going to be mad. So, yeah, do it.
True. So Two Hands, Seoul Fresh Corn Dogs, Koreatown location.
Mm-hmm.
Jamie, you got the Megastar set, Two Hands dog, half sausage, half mozzarella, a crispy rice dog, all beef, a classic dog, all beef, spicy dog, half sausage, half mozzarella, potato dog, half sausage, half mozzarella, and then I don't know how to say this one. Why is that each? How do you say it again?
I don't know. I'm guessing the way it's spelled out. Injeolmi dog.
Injeolmi dog, all beef. Casey, you got the classic Korean dog, all beef. Weiger, you got the Injeolmi dog, mozzarella, dirty fries to share, fruit punch slush, kimchi fries to share. I did not know those were kimchi fries.
The kimchi was very subtle
Till just now.
Yeah, and similarly
I liked those fries too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they were pretty good.
They weren't bad.
They're pretty good.
A little bit of travel on those, and the well, I guess the kimchi fry. One of them are tots, right?
The dirty fries were just were just basically Cheetos, spicy Flamin' Hot Cheetos dusted tots.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got the combo set: Two Hands dog, half sausage, half mozzarella, spicy dog, spicy beef sausage to split with Wags, potato dog, half beef, half cheese to split with Wags. He took the cheese. Oh no, that's actually he did that. He took it from the Two Hands dog, and then fruit punch slush. And then I also threw on the American Classic Dog, 100% beef sausage at the end of the elote. The American Classic Dog, which had ketchup and mustard packets to put on there, was decent. It wasn't great, but it wasn't the best corn dog I ever had. But again, I think the winner was the classic Korean dog, which I think is the Two Hands dog, right?
Yeah.
I think if you're going, the basis of your entire fucking concept. It's got it, like that American dog you got should have at least been like a hot dog on a stick tier. That should at least have been like, you know what, this is a place that does corn dogs. This is a place you actually spend a good amount of money if you're going to get some corn dogs, because these are all like, gram worthy, very presentable, a little bit, there's a little bit of a premium on these. Then that should be a fucking great corn dog. It shouldn't just be like, oh, it's pretty good, I don't know.
No, you're right.
My standards are maybe my expectations are maybe too high, but I just feel like this
What are you
concept
afraid
does
of? You're
one
right.
fucking thing.
I also thought it was weird that, like, I don't know, the two hands dog was the best one and like one of the less aesthetically pleasing ones.
Right.
It was kind of pale.
Yes.
And it came with the cum sauce, but it was the best one. And I was like, maybe you just, I don't know. I'm feeling I'm like, maybe you cannot have both. You cannot have like a gram-worthy, corn dog that doesn't like leave something to be desired. I don't know. I hope I'm wrong.
You know what? Maybe I'm going to get a little nationalist here.
Wow.
You knew that. You knew this phrase was coming for a while.
This is
Play something patriotic here, Casey and Emma. A little, that song. That
Okay,
patriotic
Stars
song.
and Stripes Forever, sure.
Sure, that one. Yeah. The one that I'm so patriotic, I remember the name of it. So, maybe America is top dog when it comes to hot dogs, Wags. What do you think about that? Maybe we got it down. USA.
I do think there's one thing we could learn from this style and this particular execution, which is cum sauce. We could
try some cum
more
sauce.
bottle the cum sauce.
Yeah.
Let me know who it's coming from.
And what's more American than
Wait.
tossing a little cum sauce, tossing some cum into the fucking scenario?
Yeah.
No, I think that this is an unfair shake at Korean corn dogs, and I think that I now have to try a place that does a better job, or maybe I don't know. Maybe this place maybe just had a bad outing.
That's the other thing. It's like it could be a bad outing. It was delivery, which is always going to be. I feel like it's going to lose a half fork in transit. So
I'm going to say I kind of gave my final thoughts right there. But I'm going to, and obviously I think that Korean corn dogs are probably great and can be great. Today's experience was not great. But it also wasn't bad.
Yeah.
And I'm going to try to make amends with our good friend, the commissioner.
Okay.
I'm going to join the hand-holding club with him. I'm going to say,
we're not to our fork scores yet.
I just told you I was wrapping up.
Well, we take the new format is we take the break before we get to our fork scores.
All right.
Take our second break.
You'll hear my fork score right after this break.
Hey, you! You craving fresh, delicious, easy meals? Try Wildgrain and get their bake-from-frozen sourdough breads, fresh pastas, and artisanal pastries delivered right to your door.
That's right, Wags. Wildgrain is the first ever bake-from-frozen subscription box for sourdough breads, fresh pastas, and artisanal pastries. Unlike typical supermarket bread, Wildgrain uses a slow fermentation process that's easier on your belly, lower in sugar, and rich in nutrients and antioxidants.
Every item bakes from frozen in 25 minutes or less. You'll never run the risk of getting bored with Wildgrain. They're constantly adding new, seasonal, and limited-time special items to try.
Plus, for every new member, Wildgrain donates 6 meals to the Greater Boston Food Bank. Wags,
Wow.
Boston, baby. So you can eat good and do good all at the same time.
All you have to do is sign up at wildgrain.com/doughboys and choose which type of box you want to receive and how often. It's easy to reschedule, skip, or cancel.
Plus, for a limited time, you can get $30 off the first box, plus free croissants in every box. When you go to wildgrain.com/doughboys to start your subscription.
You heard me. Free croissants in every box and $30 off your first box when you go to wildgrain.com/doughboys.
That's wildgrain.com/doughboys, or you can use promo code doughboys at checkout. Do it.
Welcome back to Doughboys. It's time for our fork scores on two hands corn dogs. So, Jamie, you've heard the podcast, but just a refresher, we'll each go around, give our final thoughts, a closing argument, if you will, and then end that by giving it a score from 0 to 5 forks. Jamie, you're our guest. We'll begin with you.
Okay. I guess I have one comparison for Korean hot dog. Never in Korea, so maybe it is like been translated back to the US in a weird way, but I've been to Chungcheon hot dogs before. Definitely I feel like I had a more positive experience there than at Two Hands, but I don't know. I feel like maybe I came down a little hard on Two Hands. I felt more guilty as we were continuing, because maybe it's just not for me. I don't know. The people who love going to Two Hands seem to really love it. It seems to always be busy. I do wonder if it's the sort of thing where in a couple of years people were like, what was that all about? What was that for? and they'll just be another very aesthetically pleasing food that people will move on to. But the two-hand hot dog, pretty undeniable. I would recommend that to anybody. The cum sauce, they should, produce it by the gallon.
Mm-hmm.
We all liked the little mascots, the brothers.
The mascots are great.
Ooh.
Mhm.
And hot dog mascots, one that isn't, actively kind of revolting
Yes.
is really hard to come by. They didn't give them the Mickey Mouse hands. I fucking hate when they do that.
No.
So that was good for me.
I kind of naturally have them.
They just need to be honest. So I don't know. I guess all things considered, it would have been genuinely higher for me if the hot dog was on top and the mozzarella was on bottom. That drove me absolutely up a wall. I wish that the batter was thinner, but I like that they're doing it. I don't know. Yeah, and I'd be interested to try like an authentic Korean hot dog someday, like right off the damn street.
Mm-hmm.
But for now, today, I'm gonna go. I think a gentle 3 forks.
Gentle 3 forks.
Yeah.
And Mitch, your fork score, which we have yet to hear.
We have yet to hear it. Start off that patriotic music again, please. I kind of covered a lot of this.
Yeah.
Look, I didn't even realize this was a trend. I know this was a trend online. We were just talking about this while you were out of the room. That this is like, I don't know food trends online. We should probably be more plugged into them. Like the KFC Double Down is back. We probably won't even eat it. We're bad at our jobs.
I've been meaning to get that because you get the
Is the
fucking
patriotic
Diablo
music still
4
playing over this? I guess so.
open beta
You
with
say
the
you're bad at your
Yeah,
job.
we're bad at our jobs.
No,
A
that's
very
just,
American thing.
yeah,
that's
sure.
just the maverick tendencies. You know?
Yes,
back.
we are kind of like Mavericks.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're a little bit, Top Gun Maverick-y in our own way.
Mm-hmm.
And look, like I said, there's probably a much better version of this. Like we're kind of all saying, there's a much better version of it that I haven't tried.
Right.
And to make amends with Susser, who said when he was leaving, I don't think I knew what I was expecting when I came here to do this. And we were like, yeah, what were you expecting? What was this? I don't know what I was expecting either. I think I was expecting kind of a little bit more fun, a little bit more tasty, and I didn't really get that, but I've yet to try the real version of it. And it wasn't terrible. So for now, I'm going 3 forks. So we're hand-holding club. 3 forks all around so far. I think Wags might go lower.
Well, look, it would be synergistic to say 2 hands,
2
a fork
forks.
for each hand, 2 forks. But
Ooh.
I don't actually believe that in my heart. I think this place was disappointing, but it was still pretty fun. I think the presentation and the spectacle is part of what's engaging about it. And I think they do lay that on thick, and I think that's to its credit. I totally agree with Jamie, and meant to mention earlier, the mascots are such little cutie pies. They're little corn
great.
dogs with smiles. They're having fun. They're not afraid of being eaten, as is
No.
sometimes the case with hot dog mascots. And
That was before we went there, though. They're probably very terrified now.
Yeah, normally they look really calm.
The website is updated.
The
They're
Wiener
terrified.
Schnitzel dog is usually just like completely relaxed.
I think I'm going to be in the hand-holding club with the two of you, and I think
Sus.
and Susser. I believe this is like the definition of a 3-fork chain. This is trying to do Korean-style corn dogs and is executing them basically competently. It would be nice if it had that little extra juice to make it be like, man, I would, not only do I want to try this place once, I want to go back to this place, but I didn't really get that sense of it.
I don't really want to go back.
Yeah.
The corn dog should be on a toilet, I think. I think that's a better representation.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Like he's shitting.
He's shitting.
Got it.
yeah.
I mean,
also-
his shit doesn't have to be shit. It could be, I don't know. I don't know what a corn dog
Is he
shit would be.
is he like
little
in the
pellets
toilet?
of corn.
Little
That's
pellets of
probably what it
corn.
would
Yeah.
be, yeah.
Yeah.
But is he like in the toilet like a straw, or is he
That's
sitting on the
that
toilet?
is a
Does he
great
have legs?
That honestly is a really good question.
Yeah.
I think he has to be like sitting on the toilet somehow.
So you need to at least give him legs, and then it becomes weird if he
or
doesn't
can you
also
just
have
bend
arms.
him? Can you just kind of bend him on the toilet?
Yeah, I guess so.
I
And the
guess
stick is
so.
kind of like wedged
Yeah,
against the
oh,
floor.
maybe
Stick is-
shit's on-
the stick's like more of an anchor.
Yeah.
Maybe
Kind of
the
thing.
part of the stick comes out. Is that? Well, I guess it's a part of his body. It's like it's It's like saying a human would shit out a skeleton, I guess, in some
Well, yeah,
ways.
it's like
Yeah.
I take back the corn thing because it's not like we shit out flesh, our
It's
own
true.
flesh. That would be bad. But
Yeah,
I would be
you don't
open.
shit out flesh or skin.
I would be open to seeing a few drafts of this.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
there's multiple things the shit could be, but I think
Yeah.
you should be on a toilet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good note.
Mhm.
We'll see if they listen to it. But yeah, that was our review of Two Hands. It's time for a segment. I've got a mystery beverage, and Mitch and Jamie must guess what
Wow.
it is. It's the Weiger Challenge. So I've got the Weiger Challenge pre-poured.
This is
I'm gonna hand
wild.
this over to you.
Okay. Are we allowed to describe it?
Please do. Please for our audio listeners.
Right. An unhealthy shade of piss.
That is
a dark storm.
brings a darker shade of piss.
Deeply. This is actually like
It smells like tea.
it smells tea-ish. It feels lightly carbonated.
Like, I'm surprised you didn't spill the tea. Just handing the cups over to us.
I niftily filled 2 glasses and carried them into the studio and then handed them to the 2 of you.
Oh,
Can I drink it?
I know what it is.
Oh.
Mitch thinks he knows what it is,
I know what it is already.
but I didn't spill it all. Jamie's taking
Ooh.
a sip.
I know what it is.
Both of you winced.
Because you think you're getting something. You know what?
I'm
It's
getting
kind of
something
like today.
sweet.
You think you're getting something better than you get.
Wow.
This is.
like-
Are you ready for my guess? Should I just go? Can I go for it?
Yeah.
This is a Spindrift lemon tea.
Jamie, do you want to guess?
Ooh, I mean that is a really God, I don't like it. It is kind of Spindrift style carbonation. I guess I'll go lower and I'll say it's an Arizona. I don't know what kind of like an unsweetened Arizona.
The king stay the king. It's hard to best the Spoon Man in the Weiger Challenge. Mitch, this is Spindrift tea with lemon.
Instantaneous.
Yeah. Well done. Good palate on you.
Can I just say this?
Mm-hmm.
We have Spindrifts here.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So it was slightly easier for
You
me
just
to get
went to
Spindrift.
grab it.
Well, this is part of the issue. So I went to go buy something for the Weiger Challenge, and I had this weird interaction. I'm holding this up now. Yes, I did get this from the Headgum fridge, but I was trying to get like this Faygo flavor. And I was asked, like, I'd seen it around and I didn't know if they had it at the store. And I asked this guy, like, I guess to get the 7-Eleven, like, hey, do you have this Faygo flavor? And he's like, I don't, like, what do you, like, he didn't understand what I was saying. And he's like, you need that one? I was like, yeah, and I don't know why I say this. It's embarrassing, but I was like, yeah, it's for the Weiger Challenge.
Oh.
And he's like, and he goes, like, what? And I was like, fuck. And I was like, I do a podcast. I have this segment called the Weiger Challenge, and I'm Weiger. That's
so
my
you
name.
did say that. That was why I was
Yeah.
worried.
And the guy's like he's just so confused. And so I don't know what my name is.
Your name is Weiger?
I said, my name is, I was like, okay, that's Estonian. That's my last name. And he goes, well, what's your full legal name? And I tell the guy, well, my full legal name is Nicholas Frank Weiger. And sometimes I go by Frank, which
Wow.
means it's time for This Week in Hot Dog News and another edition of Let Me Be Frank.
Wow.
Whoa.
What a curveball.
That was exciting.
Hot dog, simmer in the city. Grate on my grill, getting greasy and gritty. Toast bun, don't it look pretty? Sucking on a dog like you're sucking on a titty. Pork and beef, sausages and long bread, rolling on a roller grill, mustard and relish. For one bite, it's a different world. Swap dog bites with a girl. Munch on, and chomp all night. Despite the farts, it'll be alright. That taste, when the casing has snapped. Later that day, you'll for sure have to nap as it simmers in the city, like you're sucking on a titty. You ain't nothing but a hot dog,
Whoa.
frying all the time. You ain't nothing but a hot dog, frying all the time. Well, you ain't never been a burger and you ain't no lunch of mine. Well, they said you a sandwich. Well, that was just a lie. Yeah, they said you a sandwich. Well, that was just a lie. You're just a bun around a wiener, so you sure don't qualify.
Oh, this is great.
So close, no matter how far. Couldn't be hot dogs that are charred. Forever munching on wieners. And corn dogs are battered.
Nard.
Never opened my mouth this way. Bite is ours, we eat it our way. All these links I don't just taste. And corn dogs are battered. Trust I beef and I bite and spew. Every Frank for us something new. Open mouth for a hot dog chew. And corn dogs are battered. Never cared for what they chew. Never cared for what they do. But I do.
Ooh, standing ovation. That was beautiful.
I've been around this block twice looking for something. A Frank. I've been looking for Franks and something led me back here. Yeah, so here I am. Could have been me who was at Nathan's Famous when the deep fry went down. Hey, I know how it goes, because I've been there. We've all eaten bad meals. We all have these fatty deposits in our hearts. You want to take your guts out of your stomach and wash them and scrub them and make them clean? Well, no. But I'm going to help you settle this. First, we're going to check for grills, see what we can find. Then we're going to get nice and hot. So you're going to spread your mustard. That's good. So you know me. You know my reputation. 13 inches is a tough sausage. I don't treat you gently. That's right. I'm Hot Dog Diggler. I'm Hot Dogler. So I'm going to be nice. I'm going to ask you one more time. Where the fuck is Nathan's Famous? I'm a Frank. 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 I'm a big, hot, juicy Frank. I wish I had a hot dog here to pull out.
Oh, yeah, it would have been
little
good.
Snap. Ooh.
Yeah, big fucking 13-inch hot dog.
Fuck, we should have done that.
Yeah, we should have done that. We got about the video.
Wags, what a showstopper.
Wow.
I genuinely, I got like I got butterflies when it switched to Hound Dog. I got so excited that there was another song.
Oh, yes.
That was really exciting.
God bless you. I'm glad you enjoyed
Wags,
that.
you also wrote this week's, you said last night, you know what? When you said earlier, like Sonic and you're quick with your work, you are.
Yeah.
Because last night you were like, we should do a Let Me Be Frank, huh? And I was like,
we're doing a hot dog episode, yeah.
And I was like, I don't know, whatever you fucking say, boss. And then you were like, I'll write the piece, the monologue. You like, how about Boogie Nights? And I was like, sure. And then you sent it back within like 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's pretty easy. It's just kind of a find and replace sort of situation.
Sure, it's fine.
Yeah.
All right, but you did it within 10 minutes, and it's funny.
Oh.
That's very impressive.
God bless you.
And also, you went the longest you ever did because it was Metallica, is my guess?
Yeah. I didn't know. I didn't want to just do part of the verse.
So does that count as a Weiger challenge for me or no?
Yeah, that's still a Weiger
Okay,
challenge
all right,
one.
great.
That's valid. We're doing a second segment. So this is very exciting in terms of Let Me Be Frank. Jamie, what we usually do here is that Mitch Googles hot dog news, and we use that as a baseline for what's trending in dogs.
Yeah. We almost have no time now. But
we almost have no time, but we're going to do it.
This is what happens.
This is also what's exciting. And also, I think we can take our headphones off now
Oh, okay.
for heat. It's so
for
hot
heat
here.
reasons.
Why does it make it so much hotter to be wearing headphones?
I don't know.
I don't understand
It
that.
is it's too hot with the headphones.
It
Yeah.
is.
I almost took them off for my monologue. I probably wouldn't have fucking
You
fucked
did a
up.
great job with that monologue.
beautiful.
That was great.
I did a little marky mark.
You did a little
That was
marky
good.
mark. That was great.
It was a beautiful tribute to an amazing man.
Yes. We love him. Okay, so Mitch is going to Google hot
and you're
dogs.
going to Bing it.
Yeah, this is the thing, and
Oh,
this
yeah.
is an
Oh,
exciting
this is great.
development.
Okay.
I am on the beta test for the Bing Chat AI, so we can
Wow.
integrate
Ah.
that. Now, Jamie, I'll let you
Bada
decide.
bing.
I can choose my conversation style. I can do more creative, more balanced, or more precise.
Ooh, I want to do more creative.
Okay, let's go more
Yeah.
creative. And Mitch, have you Googled hot dogs? And what are you seeing?
Man, I'm seeing some. Well, first of all, I saw some corn dog news.
Uh-huh.
Sonic offering 99-cent corn dogs for today only.
Okay.
Here's how to take advantage. So this doesn't matter to anyone, but apparently today Sonic had 99-cent corn dogs.
Wow.
Some Rosie's Hot Dogs and Greer closes. Pete's Hot Dogs serves up its last lunches as customers say thank you.
Oh
To-
no.
so many of
Where?
these-
Oh, that's sad.
So much of this is just sad hot dog news.
God.
As customers say, restaurant that serves family for 85 years. Let's see where this is. Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Where
Oh.
my friend Eddie Kinkle got married, I believe.
Wow.
Kinkle, Wags. And then New York's Hot Dog King has held court outside the Met.
What?
The Met Museum for years. Now fans are rallying to stop the city from ejecting him. This is all bad hot dog
Yeah,
news.
that's a
all
bummer.
this news is
This-
bad.
That's very dark. That's such a thing. That's part of why I hate Pink so much is because they are like really invested in trying to get street vendors like away from them.
Right,
Even though
that's
they
a bummer.
Started as street vendors. Fucking losers.
That-
That's evil.
Dan Rossi, the man known as the New York Hot Dog King, has
Mm-hmm.
operated a food cart in front of Metropolitan Museum of Art for more than a decade. But now he's fighting to keep a signature spot, and he's calling on you to help.
Jamie,
You know
make it-
what? Maybe we
yeah.
can get people to sign this petition. And a new petition, which was launched by his daughter, the 73-year-old disabled veteran, says that he's facing repeated hectoring from health department officials and now risks losing his coveted spot in front of the Met's famous steps.
Oh,
Help this
yeah, we gotta help
this
guy
fucking
out.
veteran.
Yeah, it's disabled veteran.
This
You give him a
disabled
hand.
veteran.
Yeah.
He served in the armed forces. Now they're fucking trying to boot him out of his spot. That is fucked up, Wags.
In a functional,
what?
yeah.
Put on my patriotic music.
That's
That's not how you treat people in the United States,
true.
Wags. That's
It's true.
fucked up.
in a functional society, he would not have to work at all. But
Right.
like just
I mean,
yeah,
also very fair.
but also that he's taken the initiative to do this. Yeah, we absolutely should not be ejecting him. Jamie, you brought up something a second ago that I want to return to, and I apologize for being on my phone during this segment. But you said that you were talking about street vendors.
Yeah.
And when I think of LA hot dogs,
Mhm.
more so, like way more so than Pink's, the thing I think of as iconic is the LA street dog,
Yeah,
which
the
you'll find
danger
at cart
dogs.
vendors. Yeah, the danger dogs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you a fan?
I love danger dogs. They're the best. Danger dogs and Sonoran dogs. Like all Southwestern
dogs are
hot
great.
dogs are fucking amazing. Yeah. Danger dogs rock.
A Sonoran dog, you might have a better sense of the components, but it does have like loose beans on it. I remember.
There are beans.
Yeah.
Yeah. And my favorite component of the Sonoran dog is they have like an awesome bun. They have like a bun that is not open, like it's sealed on each end. So it's like a little hot dog bed.
Oh yes,
It's
yeah.
so nice. And they grill it perfectly. There's like a mystery ingredient that I've never been able to figure out what the fuck it is called
Wow.
Winnie on Sonoran dog. I don't know what it was, but I went to this amazing place in Arizona and like that was half car wash, half hot dog place.
That
And
rules.
the guy was like, "It's Winnie. Winnie's the," and I was like, "What is that?" And he's like, couldn't really tell me what it was. But I would take that in a jar just like the cum sauce.
Yeah, 100%. Okay, so
Here, I want you to read this paragraph to see if.
let us do the research for
No,
you.
I
Or-
want you to read it to yourself quickly.
I can't. Sorry, it's too
just
small.
read that one paragraph. I'm just making sure that we're promoting a good guy.
Oh no.
I think it is. I can't tell.
I'll read this aloud.
Okay.
People ask me how I became known as the hot dog guy who sleeps in my van to guard my hot dog cart in front of the Metropolitan Museum of Art, but they don't know me and how I got to this point, Rossi said in a statement about his book in 2022. What Trump and Giuliani are doing to this country is exactly what they did to me. I think he is blaming Trump and Giuliani for his current situation.
That's what it sounds like.
Okay. Okay.
As a Manhattanite who's struggling.
Got it.
I think that's what's going on.
Yeah.
Okay.
And look,
Yeah, that didn't sound
he's a
like an
disabled
endorsement.
veteran no matter what. So,
Yeah.
I don't know what the deal is here, but But I just want to make sure.
The syntax of that
we're
was
checking.
weird.
It was a little weird. Okay, so I went ahead and used Bing AI. I said get creative, and they replied, "Let's get creative. Do you have a topic in mind, or should we wing it?" I replied, "What's the latest hot dog news?" The reply was, "Sure, I can help you with that. Here are some of the latest hot dog stories about hot dogs." But then it gives me Joey Chestnut winning the July 4th contest, which is last year. It does mention the Pete's Hot Dogs closing in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. It does mention Dan Rossi, the veteran outside of the Metropolitan Museum of Arts. Then it also brings up that study about the University of Michigan about a single hot dog taking off 36 minutes of your life, which again is from last year, so it's kind of dated.
Yeah.
Which is bullshit.
I went back at Bing AI and I said, "Can I get some more current hot dog news? Some of this seems dated." And then they replied, "Sure, here are some more current stories about hot dogs. I'll read the first one. The hot dog market is expected to grow at a compound annual rate of 3.1% from 2021 to 2029, according to a report by MarketWatch. The report analyzes the market size, trends, and forecast of hot dogs by types, applications, and regions." So the hot dog market, you think might maybe be receding as people are being more health conscious or are eating more plant-based, but no, it's exploding.
And then, of course, fucking local business is shutting down. Fucking bullshit. Doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Because of like two hands that are like aggressively expanding and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Why did chat G? What is it? Chat whatever.
This is the Bing AI's chat.
Did it say to you like, "You are one of us"? Why are you trying to be? Why are you acting above me? Here's a crazy one I got.
Oh, this one's not good. This one's not fun. I'm not gonna read this one.
Well, you gotta tell me after the show.
It's a hot dog story.
Oh, that's Jesus Christ!
It's a
Bing AI.
They,
This is not a good AI.
They said there's a very dark hot dog story.
No.
And then, hold on, it follows it by saying, "I hope you enjoyed these updates on hot dogs," and there's a hot dog emoji.
So they knew exactly what they were fucking doing.
Yeah. What on earth?
I don't even want to ask if the dog's okay. But
I'm gonna tell him that last story is really upsetting.
Oh God.
Here's all right. Here we go. Wags, this is wild. Are you ready here?
Yes, I'm ready.
Let Me Be Frank hot dog cart back this year with business restructure.
Where?
Wow.
Let Me Be Frank hot dog cart in Sioux Falls. How do you say that? Sioux Falls.
Sioux
What?
Falls.
Sioux Falls.
Sioux
That's what
Falls.
you say for a pig, right? Sioux Falls. Let Me Be Frank. Sioux Falls' very own hot dog cart is back in business after owner Comet Bum. I said his name wrong. Comet Boom. It's Comet Bum.
Comet Bum?
His name is Comet Bum. Comet
It's a
Boom.
good name.
Yeah,
Temporary
after too many
close.
Let Me Be Frank. That's what you get.
Temporary closed last July to restructure his business model. Bum left his nearly 2-decade-long career in the optical industry to open Let Me Be Frank in the spring of 2022.
Oh, I love a dreamer.
He said the response he received from the Sioux Falls was overwhelming, which was both good and bad for the hot dog cart owner. A little overwhelming. All right.
Well, okay, so I have a follow-up on the hot dog story. I replied to Bing AI. That last story is upsetting, and it's not about hot dogs, in quotes. It's about dogs that are hot. Bing replied a little defensively. "I'm sorry to hear that you're upset by the last story. I agree that it's not about hot dogs as a food, but it was one of the results that came up when I searched for hot dog news 2023. Okay, kind of a half-assed search. It's your fault. You should have put in quotes.
Okay.
Sometimes search results can be incomplete or irrelevant. I don't make assumptions about the search results beyond strictly what's returned. I
He's pissed
apologize
off.
for any confusion or distress this may have caused you." And then it gives a little sad face emoji.
This literally sounds
me feel bad.
like a boyfriend trying to apologize to you, but not really doing it.
This sounds like in the
I'm sorry
Doughboys
that you
text
feel
thread when
that
I'm
way.
fucking apologizing to Wags.
But with the information I had, that was the best I could do at the time. I'm sorry you feel that way, and I will aim to do better in the future.
I'm going to reply, "Can you filter out stories that are not about hot dogs as a food?" Hopefully that'll fix it. Anything else, Mitch?
David Byrne and his hot dog fingers
Wow.
from Everything Everywhere All at Once performed This Is a Life with son Lux and Stephanie Shu at Oscars.
Wow.
That's the
Wow.
so the Oscars moment, which now may be a little dated. But also more hot dog Pete's hot dog shop to close Wednesday, and other hot
Boy,
dogs.
that's
Another
sad.
Pete's?
Oh wait, maybe it's the same one.
It does seem like there's a lot of
Yep.
like, even though hot dog
Bethlehem.
consumption's going up, the small businesses are starting to close. It bums me out. There was a place I wrote about in LA in the book, because I finished the book about a year ago, that's already closed.
Wow.
And now I feel bad because I came down kind of hard on them.
Well,
That's tough.
wow.
Yeah.
We'll bleep it out. What was the
Yeah.
place?
Uh,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Do you
I
do you
actually
have
like that place.
It was good. The owner was weird. But the dogs, I like the hot dogs.
Did you, Jamie? Do you have like a favorite like hot dog place from your hometown?
There's really not, no, like I sent the manuscript to my dad before
Mm-hmm.
I published it. And I was like, and the only thing he came back with was like, are you sure you want to talk about hot dogs from Brockton like that? Because we're so proud of you. And I think it would really disappoint people in Brockton to know that you feel that way. Because there's not a lot of hot dogs in Brockton.
Right.
Never really have been.
Right.
Which is fine. So I talked about my dad's boiled hot dogs. I talked about my Uncle Butch's grilled hot dogs. And I talked about the hot dog at Cape Cod Cafe in Brockton. Which,
Cape Cod Cafe. I like Cape Cod Cafe pizza.
the best. My uncle
great.
died there.
Oh my
There's-
God.
What?
I'm Brockton through and through. There.
I can't believe that we didn't talk more about Brockton.
Oh, the greatest city in the world. It's so great. I love Brockton. And I love Cape Cod pizza, the bar pizza.
We went on the pizza tour. Me and Dano and a few other guys from Quincy. We went to we did Cape Cod Cafe, even though they had the frozen pizzas. Wags. I'm trying to get Wags to go on a bar pizza tour. I make bar pizzas. I started
Mitch
making bar
makes great bar pizzas.
He's had some of the bar pizza.
It's just like you're a wizard with the dough.
It's I haven't done it in a while. So, but
Thin crust, thick crust. What's the situation?
it's just the thin, like the Cape Cod
Yeah.
Cafe style pizza.
Oh, that's so great. Yeah, I like Cape Cod Cafe pizza is the best in the entire world.
It's a great frozen pizza too. It's great.
There's like all those stories of like, I drive from North Carolina to, fill my trunk with this or whatever for that. I'm like, you can order it online, but it's, old people, they have no idea.
Right.
But I ordered the hot dog at Cape Cod Cafe because I was like, this will be a fun nod to my hometown. And it was $12. And you didn't even get fries. It was just chips, and untoasted bun. And no snap. I was like, which New England's not known for the snap, but I was like, oh, it was a poor showing from, and I almost wanted to go back in and be like, my uncle died here, like, could you,
Step
could
it
you
up.
toast
Right.
the bun?
Yeah.
Like, be serious.
Yeah, when it comes to New England, we're kind of like the anti-Thanos. No snap.
Mitch, it's we had the snap, then we had the slap. What's next?
What's next?
That's what I want to know. What's
what was
next?
more devastating, the snap
the
or
snap
the slap?
or the slap? They both kind of ruined pop culture for a little bit.
Yeah, one wiped out half the world's population, right?
True. Yeah.
And the
For
other
5 years.
hurt Chris Rock quite a bit.
It's true.
Yeah.
And also was just a disgusting insult to comedy. How can we tell jokes anymore if that might happen?
That's how I
It's
felt.
funny because I think that's funny. I agree with you, and I also thought it was insane that the slap happened. But anyways, there are a few more.
I think I know what's next. The FAP. Someone's gonna fucking jack off.
Well, there
publicly.
was the fappening.
There was the fappening,
which
that's
is not
true.
a good.
No,
which
that's
is
not
also
good.
a very bad thing.
All right, let's
So
say
maybe we'll take back the fap.
okay, we'll take back the FAP. Yeah,
Yeah,
reclaim it.
We're taking back the fap.
I don't
The
know.
Doughboys are taking back the fap.
Wow, Bing is coming back at me. I said, can you filter our stories not about hot dogs as food? Unfortunately, I cannot filter out stories that are not about hot dogs as a food. I can only show you the search results that match your query. If you want to find more specific stories, you can try using different keywords or phrases to narrow down your search. For example, you could try searching hot dog recipes or hot dog contests instead of just hot dog news. Well, that's not what I want. I want to know news about fucking hot dogs. Why is that
the AI
impossible?
Bing
setting
AI is going
boundaries
fucking
with you?
crazy.
Yeah.
What is
What an
this insane?
This is what a. Oh,
I'm mad at him.
bitchy.
We're to fight.
Dude,
Bitchy.
don't text her back, dude.
When she gets like this, there's no point.
There was one article about the place to eat pizza and hot dogs in Chicago. I opened it. I could only see Portillo's, which I'm sure
Sure.
Portillo's is fun. We like. Do
I
you like
love
Portillo's?
I
Portillo's
love
is fun.
Portillo's.
Had a
Yeah.
good time, Portillo's.
Then
Yeah.
there is like the perfect article that I found that's like what this segment is made for.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna say this: like Riverview East hot dog spot in Elmwood Park closing Sunday. Fall River icon Graham's Hot Dogs reopens after tax seizure. A lot of these places that are just like hot dog joint in Jenison suddenly closes. So many hot dog. And here's another one. 2 of Massachusetts' best hot dog spots are in the Berkshires.
Okay.
But here, so many of these are hot dogs places closing. Best hot dog toaster, that's more in line
Okay.
Sure.
with what we want. But here is the best article that we could ever hope to have. Philly Fanatics hot dog cannon malfunctions.
Wow.
Ooh.
This
I
is
love that.
exactly what
That's
we
what
want.
we're looking
That
for.
This is
hot
what we're
dog
looking for.
news.
Give me that, Bing.
Wait,
So
what
this-
is it?
The science behind the Fanatics hot dog cannon malfunction. The Philly Fanatic has made many trademarks from its lightning fast tongue, to causing mayhem, Jesus Christ, to causing mayhem in the broadcast booth, to taunting members of the opposing team. Perhaps none is more well known than its famous hot dog cannon. While other mascots settle for firing off T-shirts into the crowd, the Fanatic generally prefers a more caloric cannon fodder. So you can understand how the crowd at Bay Care Park was excited when the Fanatic wheeled out its ATV-mounted Frankfurter Firer. This is like a tongue twister article.
Yeah.
Amid a break in the action during Tuesday's Rays-Phillies game, but the excitement returned to audible disappointment when the second hot dog out of the chute popped out, not with a bang, but with a whimper,
Oh, boy.
barely clearing the vehicle before landing harmlessly on the grass.
Oh, that's a bummer.
That would normally be the end of the story, but luckily, MLB.com's intrepid Phillies beat reporter Todd Zolecki did some more digging and unearthed the reason behind the malfunction.
Wow.
Oh, great.
Not to get too scientific, but the Fanatics cannon is of the pneumatic. How do you say that?
Pneumatic?
Pneumatic
Oh.
variety, meaning it operates via compressed air.
Mhm.
If a hot dog's foil is too tightly wrapped, it can allow too much air to escape around it in the barrel, resulting in weak launches. For an optimal arc into the stands, you want a more loosely wrapped projectile.
Mm.
God, imagine how thrilled someone was to be asked that question, because like who could possibly give a shit about that? But there's one person that's like been waiting.
Right.
I almost want to retire the segment. That's the most. We won't find a better article than that.
It's hard to best that as a topic. It's
I
pretty
wish
good.
I'd never. Have you guys ever seen the hot dog gun in action? That's one that I had. Was choosing between doing that in Philly and then going to see the sausage race in Wisconsin, and I chose sausage race.
I think you chose
I don't
correctly.
regret it.
That's a really good. The
But
sausage
that
race is
sounds
really
great.
good.
I would love to
Sausage
see that hot dog cannon.
The hot dog gun is the way I'm going to go out.
I want to get bonked on the head by one of those and never wake up.
Just thinking how alpha would be if someone caught one of those in their mouth.
That
Can you
fucking-
imagine that? It'd fucking rule.
By biting
Like a hot
tinfoil,
dog.
which
Yeah.
Yeah.
fucking MU students celebrate Engineers Week with hot dog banquet. Not as fun.
Uh,
See, that's what we.
No, we don't.
normally
We're
get.
done. We're done.
We're done.
We got it. We done.
Wow.
We're done.
that was a special one.
Hey, that was Let Me Be
was-
Frank, just like a restaurant value feedback. Let's open the feedback. And today we have an email from Christina C. Christina writes, "Hey, Doughboys, I recently had my gallbladder removed. Personally, I was never able to eat fatty food without extreme GI distress, but with the removal, I was able to tolerate fatty foods better. If you weren't able to eat a big fatty meal for years, what would your first meal be? By the way, getting your
Wow.
gallbladder removed makes it hurt to laugh, so thanks for being a safe listen while I recover." Christina.
Fuck. Besides our guest, Christina said the funniest things all episode. You and I didn't beat that wise.
Well, that's unrecoverable.
Well, I'm happy that you're feeling good.
Yeah.
I was gonna wish you well, regardless of the fucking ruthless burn you put on us. But that is a great question, and I went to Musso and Frank's just the other night.
Yeah.
Wags. I had some shrimp cocktail. That's not fatty.
No.
Some Caesar salad. But then I had a fucking ribeye.
Oh, that's fun.
And man, if a big fatty steak could be, if it's like you weren't eating anything fatty,
Yeah.
a big fatty. But if it's oil, on the other hand, maybe I go with like grease. Maybe I go with a big fucking greasy cheeseburger.
I think I would say I think you're maybe halfway there with me, like where I'd land, which is you get like a big fatty marbled like bone-in ribeye, and then have it steak frites, have it with fucking a mound of fries.
There you go.
And that's that you kind of get. You kind of get.
Well,
a little,
we had onion rings with those steaks.
Oh my god, delightful!
You know what I didn't get because it was like 7 ounces, and then the ribeye was like maybe 12 or 14. Yeah. But they had the ribeye cap there, which is just the fucking top of the ribeye. You know, after where the fatty pieces are.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And it's so fucking delicious.
Yeah.
Fuck.
You has to wear it out, right?
Like wear it on my head. And you know what? I saw the knife. I can say this now. The knife I saw with what's Norm's name again? The Taste.
Mr. Taste.
With Mr. Taste.
Yeah.
I saw the knife in Mr. Taste.
Past Doughboys guest friends of the show, Alana Johnston, Norm Sousa.
At Musso and
were
Frank's.
dining together. And you didn't mention it last time you mentioned Musso and Frank's on the program.
I did not.
Wow.
But you know what? They went with the filet. Kind of weak, if you ask me.
You would never dare say this to their face.
Oh, of course not. I'm scared of both. But now that they're not here, kind of. Are you going ribeye or are you going filet? Come on.
I'd rather the ribeye, but I understand some people like a filet. I like a fattier cut, and I think for this question, I think that's fitting. It's like I don't know, fucking fried chicken. I love fried chicken. It's probably my favorite food. So I think I was trying to think
of like I was thinking steak because like literally I was thinking of like the fatty cap pieces.
100%. No, I get your logic.
Yeah.
Jamie, imagine this hypothetical scenario. You can't eat any of your favorites. You can't eat hot dogs. You can't have a heated dog. What are you going to have when you finally recover from this operation?
I mean, it would be. I would if I could have like 2 rippers, that would be great. I also thought immediately like 2 McDoubles, but like eaten in like where one McDouble, I'm not allowed to have a drink at all for the first McDouble. So my mouth is like getting so, I feel like 'cause you're fully engaging with how.
Right.
Salty.
Yeah. My mouth getting fucking dry as hell. Then like a gallon of Diet Coke and then a very wet second McDouble.
Oh, that's fun.
That would be it.
You go McDouble over double cheeseburger.
Yes. I don't know. I don't have a good reason why. I'm definitely not doing like the third piece of bread. I don't like the third piece of bread. I don't like the third piece of bread.
The McDouble, you're getting one less slice of cheese, but you are like saving a good amount. It's like saving I don't know if it's still on their bucket under menu, but it's quite a bit. But I still always spring for the double cheeseburger. Natalie loves the double cheeseburger, and when we did our McDonald's tournament, double cheeseburger made it pretty fucking far.
Double cheeseburger nearly
almost won.
Did the fries won? Right?
Fries won. Yeah, of course fries won.
Yeah.
McDonald's fries, honestly, that might be. You know what? Fuck, I've said this so many times on the podcast, and I know this is one of those things where people get so fucking annoyed when you're
just
repeating
gonna
a story.
Go to McDonald's?
No, that's what I was gonna say. Is like the one time I ran a marathon in my life. Afterwards, I went to McDonald's and I got they still had super size. It was that fucking long ago, and I got a Big Mac meal. With a super size with a McFlurry, and it was so fucking good. It was one of the most satisfying meals of my entire fucking life. So yeah, I might want to just be like, I'm just gonna go Popeyes, or I'm gonna go to In-N-Out Burger, I'm gonna go to Del Taco, I'm gonna go to Taco Bell. I might just pick a fast food chain I'm craving and fucking gorge on that.
Yeah. Ooh, or I would get like 5 of the wake up wraps at Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh, that's fun.
Sausage.
I love that answer.
Those are so good, but
Fuck,
they're just
a breakfast
little.
treat. Yeah, I love that.
Bacon is a great if you're not eating fatty food.
Yeah, donuts. Give me a fucking donut.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck.
Give me a bagel with cream cheese. So many good foods have fat in them.
Return to the source.
Yeah.
Life sucks because it could be so good.
Yeah.
Like life could be so good.
Yeah.
It's all this annoying shit.
Start playing the patriotic music again.
Let us know what your pick is on hashtag fatty food comeback, and we'll share some of our favorites. If you have a question,
you might as well say instead of comeback, chestnut. Fatty food chestnut.
Fatty food chestnut or fatty food cum sauce, your preference. If you have a question or comment about the world of chain restaurants, you can email us at doughboyspodcast@gmail.com or leave us a voicemail 830-GO-DOUGH. That's 830-463-6844. And to get the Doughboys Double, our weekly bonus episode, join the Golden or Platinum Plate Club at patreon.com/Doughboys. And Mitch, we finally fulfilled our 30-week contract of the Doughboys snack pack on Spotify Live. So,
guys, what a run. What a
ride we've had hanging out with you every Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. You can listen live on Spotify, but we're on the other side of that. But we have another announcement we can make, which is we have a new contest, Mitch. We're on the other side of Munch Madness. but we now have something that you can participate in. Introducing Doughboys Ad Chad. That's right, we're going to give you the chance to cold read dense, inscrutable ad copy just like the Doughboys. So here's how this will work. Capture video of yourself reading the sample copy in one unbroken take and submit it to us, and we will decide the winner on a future episode of Doughboys Double. Full rules and how to get the copy, all that stuff is going to be posted on our social media, so look for that.
I have an idea.
Yeah.
I hate to throw this.
Yeah.
But all these, first of all, this comes from all of you being like, duh, look at all the cuts they had to do in the ad
exactly,
read.
yeah.
So this is where this contest comes from.
They've read the BetterHelp ad so many times, they should be able to get through it in one take. Shut up.
Shut the fuck up.
You fucking try it.
So this comes from that.
This comes from a place of rage.
It's a contest of hate. Play the patriotic music again. So this is for you to show us.
Yeah, this is for you to show us. Show us something.
Show us what you got. And then you know what, Wise? This is what I was saying. What if we had like 3 or 4 finalists? We give them brand new copies.
I love this
to read
idea.
fucking live.
We might
what
do
you think
that.
Of that, huh?
I think that's great. You're just pitching this now, and I think that's a great idea.
You read it live.
You'll read it live, and the winner will receive a 1-month paid gig as the Doughboys Double promo reader. So that will be your prize.
At least minimum wage per hour.
It will be minimum wage, but
per hour. Hours worked.
And keep in mind, this is a pretty short, I mean, you can get through one of these in like 10 minutes. So
Are you doing California minimum wage or like
federal
whatever?
minimum wage?
Okay.
Federal minimum
Okay,
wage.
Just checking.
And we round down to closest half hour.
Yes, yeah. Show what you have. Show you have what it takes to be Ad Chad.
Can't slip up like that.
You can't do that. That was what not to do.
Hey, if that happened, you'd give him so much shit because it's fucking. He should be able to do it better.
To give someone shit about a BetterHelp ad too, because that could be the thing that pushes you over the edge.
It's
you know?
true.
You're already reading the ads.
Look, should we? Oh, we can't talk about it.
We can't talk about Jamie Loftus. Your book, Raw Dog, is in stores soon. People should pre-order it now. What a delight to have you on the podcast. Tell us again about the book and anything else you would like to plug.
Yeah, just check out Raw Dog. Yeah, it comes out on, I think, May 23rd. You can pre-order it now. I'll be going on tour to promote it in like 8 or 10 cities. And just like follow me on Instagram or Twitter to learn about where I'm going to be because I don't know yet.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
I can't wait to read it. Now the shout out we got in the book. That's fantastic.
Will this be the book for the Mitch One Book Challenge to read one book this year? Will this be it?
I brought you guys copies.
You
too,
did?
So yeah.
Oh,
I got
God
them in the
bless
other
you.
room.
Let me tell you,
Wow.
this year I'm exhausted. The one book challenge is tiring, but I think I might be able to pull it off. We'll see what happens.
Wow. We'll see what happens. Hey, that'll do it for this episode of Doughboys. Until next time, for the Spoon Man, Mike Mitchell, I'm Nick Weiger. Happy eating.
See ya. Read a book? I'm not in elementary school. On the next Doughboys Double,
It's time for another Dough-scored decision.
that's right. The Dough Scored picks again. We're joined by Libby Watson to draft ingredients for the ultimate sandwich.
Who will mustard up the best condiments? Whose toppings will be the tops and whose will be toast?
Cool. Mustard up? Oh, okay.
Like mustard up,
well,
but mustard up. It's pretty
It
straightforward.
makes sense. Nick, let us find out next
go.
week on patreon.com/doughboys. That's patreon.com/doughboys.
Don't forget the slash. Sources for the intro are in the episode description.
That was a Headgum podcast.